survive every day that he's alive, singing his epic songs till death arrives. The world's mean and hard, and Deacon's just a bard. A trombone has to play the perfect cards. Tomb is everywhere, but Deacon not to spare. He's confident the boss is always there. Bards know every story of their own. Who's gonna sing this song after he dies? Who's gonna carry Deacon home and cry? Who's gonna send this minstrel off to his place up in the sky? Who's gonna let the pirate say goodbye? Just a simple sidekick, but this bard still has a few tricks. Hopefully Deacon won't die that quick. He's got so far left to go, so many stories left to know. Epic songs to write by deadly foes. Bards can't share their stories all alone. Who's gonna sing his song after he dies? Who's gonna carry Deacon home and cry? Who's gonna send this minstrel off to his place up in the sky? Who's gonna let the pirate say goodbye? Not too many kobolds went to hell and back and told you the tale. Not too many kobolds facing sons who refuse to turn tail. But this little kobold told him never stop and leave, that the hero he was with would have him begging on his knees. Who's gonna sing his song after he dies? Who's gonna carry Deacon home and cry? Who's gonna send this minstrel off to his place up in the sky? Who's gonna light the fire? Who's gonna light the fire? Who's gonna let the pirate say goodbye? Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. On the slow coast, your allies will help with blades and bows and magic as well. Hey, hey, heroes on their way. Fighting together against overwhelming odds. Fighting together in favor of multiple gods. Idle champions of the forgotten realms. Idle
Hello, and welcome to Idle Champions Presents Episode 3, The Mountain's Fury. Brig Hellclaw, you are petrified, solid granite, plummeting deeper into the depths of this murky, necrotic water that already is beginning to chip and ding at your stone carapace. And although your body is frozen, your mind is still quite active, and the fact that your life force is slipping away is undeniable. And you hear a voice. Oh, Brig, I offered you to turn back and be spared, and now look at you. It would be such a tragedy if a talent such as yours were to die like this, alone, unheralded. They won't even be able to fish your body out of that water. No one will know what you've done. No one will know of your talent. Your death will be meaningless. Please let me help you, Brig Hellclaw. Please.
Now, is this the voice of Tiamat?
This is the Dark Lady who has appeared to you once before.
Can I communicate back to her?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I feel like there's a catch here. I think I'll take my chances being petrified.
I mean, listen, hey, okay. Sure, you will have to worship and serve me, but you must understand something, Brig. All mortals everywhere will worship and serve me. At least you can benefit personally from it. You tell me what you would like. There must be some corner of the world that you would like dominion over. Perhaps you would like to be the greatest bard in the multiverse. I will destroy Eliwick Tumblestrum for you. Just say the word and she can be no more.
I mean, look, Lathander knows I'm not exactly the most stalwart, faithful, pious person out there, but even I know this is a raw deal.
There's not much time for you left. I mean, Avern's in the water, but for whatever reason, the taint on his own soul is somehow making him immune to this. I feel like I can work with that, but he'll spend all of eternity thinking he can trick me, so I've probably just got to destroy him. Baloth is negotiable. That we can work something out there. Havilar is about to have a very, very different set of problems. In Celise Astoria, I know her kind. Holy warrior, this.
Are you saying Havilar is about to have a lot of problems?
See, I can't let that die. I can't let that die, Brig. You've got to be able to say that to her face. And I got to tell you, this water is deeper than you think. So all you got to do, you don't have to offer me anything. You don't have to trade me anything. You just have to speak my name and say, please help me. And it's done.
Lathander, please help me.
Yes, allow me, good sir. I hate you both. And now, hello and welcome to Idle Champions Presents Episode 3, The Mountain's Fury, where I'm sure JCM's gonna be fine. A lot of people have checked in with me this week that were like, you can't kill Brig. And I was like, I'm not killing Brig. The dice are killing Brig.
I didn't check in. I didn't care.
Todd!
He's not lying. He really didn't.
I cared until that pun.
No, but I care,
I mean, I'm not gonna bust anybody else down. I'm not gonna say what was discussed because many people were like, can I try this? Can I do that? And I was like, yeah, sure, do whatever. But the fact that you really didn't try is incredible. And that is why I will love you for all time, Todd Kenreck. Let me just say, you know what? I'm going out of order in my announcements here. Let's introduce the cast first, because how can I follow up with that? So let's start with the man himself, who may or may not be about to face his sudden mortality, Brig Hellclaw.
Hey! How's it going? I'm Jason Charles Miller, playing Brig Hellclaw today, who I'm very happy to play. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen today. So I've been assured that I will get paid for all 4 episodes. So let's have at it. Let's have at it.
That's got to start with what's most important, right? And Avern.
I am. I'm Kenreck, and I play Erin, and I totally do care about Brig, just not enough to check in about it.
Well, you know what, Todd? I'll just say this: you had confidence that I would survive, and that's why you didn't check in, because you knew
that's what it is.
The right
it's
thing was going to happen.
Yeah,
no,
like you've got this. You may have stone. I mean, like you are literally a rock star. So you'll be okay.
Literally a rock star. Speaking of a rock, the unwavering Celise Astoria.
Oh my god, that was an intro and a half. And I cared about Brig until that pun. So now you
You know what? It just happened natural. It just happened. I didn't plan that.
I'm just saying, Tiamat was convinced by it, or at least the Dark Lady, assuming they've got some relationship between the two. Who can say, right?
The Dark Lady, but I am Celise Astoria, your human paladin ranger. Her pronouns are minor, she, her. When I'm not being Celise, I'm Tanya. Hi.
Hello. The aforementioned increasingly complicated Havilar.
I'm Erin of Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angel Saga, and I'm playing Havilar.
Excellent. The ever malleable and negotiable Baloth.
Hello, I am Mark Meer, coming to you from a hotel room in New Orleans. Good to see you. And I did check in about the status of Brig, because while my character is chaotic evil, the player is not. So I thought I should show a little bit of concern. But that's to each their own. To each their own.
Again, we have to be the chaos we wish to see in this world. Excellent. I apologize, because you know what? I'm just not gonna do this. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I was like, I didn't take my vitamins. I'll take my vitamins later, because this is important. Now, before we get started, it's just an important thing to mention. We have new chat commands coming up in chat here. That they're just about respect, and we want to thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for voting. We acknowledge that the stakes are very high in this game, thanks in no small part to those votes, and I'm going to tell you who got what here momentarily. But again, respect the cast. We're all professionals here. We've all been playing this game a really long time. Try and avoid backseating, because there's plenty of times that they understand the mechanical consequences of what they're doing, but maybe making choices for the sake of the narrative. They may be doing things I asked them to do, that we have a back channel where they're like, what if I do this? What if I do that? So a lot's happening here that transcends just the game. So please be cool. Please be respectful. Because, despite what we would like to admit, some people still have feelings. Maybe not Todd, but some other people maybe have feelings. So
Damn.
That would have been hurtful if I did have them.
Right? See, there it was. That's the thing that just happened. To recount for you all some of the results of the voting. I guess it's all public. The rest of it will come in handy when it comes in at a dramatically appropriate moment. However, Baloth will gain 1 luck die at the start of this episode. Baloth will also gain a shiny new item at some point during the episode. Avren is guaranteed a crit this episode, which he is probably going to need. And Brig Hellclaw is going to gain haste, which he's probably going to need too, because he's sinking fast. Again, what that means is you just tell me you have a casting of the spell haste. And when you choose to deploy it, you will be able to deploy it. Before we go on, we have the Idle Champions chess code, which is ICP3 Mountain Fury, or as a verbal component, Ik Montaigne Fury. For our giveaways, we have the WizKids D&D Icons of the Realms Adult Black Dragon. Again, another one I don't have. I feel so spoiled that I have my Draconic Menagerie over here of like dead boys and, don't apparently have any living dragons. That's the thing that happened to me. So, I know nobody feels bad for me, but that's what happened. WizKids D&D Icons of the Realm Adult Black Dragon. That is up for the US and Canada only, excluding Quebec. Quebec, you know what you did. There is also the Founders Pack. There is the Founders Pack 4 and 2 theme packs of your choice. That is international. The winners will be announced at the end of the show. As always, thank you to Martin, Mars, and Sasha for moderating and making sure that this remains a cool, chill place. Now, as we dive in for the third and final chapter in these particular hero stories, you all have been dispatched as a part of a multi-pronged offensive against the Cult of the Dragon in their attempts to bring Tiamat back. She is here on this mountain, but her resurrection has sapped some of her power, and you all are attempting to strike before she regains her full strength and can rain death and destruction up and down the Sword Coast and perhaps all over Faerun. You all were tasked with infiltrating the newly crowned Mount Tiamat to place a large number of explosives that I might mention are on the body of your now petrified friend who is sinking into a deep lake of poison water, as one does. You all are supposed to infiltrate this mountain, find an extinct Dweegar forge, and fill it with the smoke powder, detonate it, and hopefully get out in time, sending rivulets and rivers of lava upwards, consuming the Cult of Tiamat, and hopefully at least hindering the Dark Lady herself. You're aware of another group that is on another mission simultaneously up on the surface that are absolutely counting on you to make this happen. So this mission has been a ticking clock in which you have not had time to stop. You have not had time to rest, because not just lives, but perhaps the fate of the entire world is resting on the shoulders of you 5 brave adventurers. Having made your way through here, navigating past wraiths, past white dragons, with very quick thinking in the musical stylings, having made your way through a forest of mushrooms that had very bizarre effects on some of you that made you just not want to leave, and Havilar having found a very unusual book there. In the midst of attempting to save Brig Hellclaw from himself, Averin put him into a bag of holding, which unfortunately put Brig's bag of holding into the bag of holding, and a rupture in reality was rent. That would have successfully, yes.
That really all happened last week. Wow.
That was all last week. That was all last week.
It feels we did so much in that episode. It was insane.
A lot happened last week. A lot happened last week, yeah. I mean, for you characters, this has all been like the last hour. Like, you've been in here like 15 minutes and stuff has happened. A rupture was ripped into reality itself, which, yes, would have stopped Tiamat, but would have also kind of stopped everything. And you all had an impromptu audience with the gods, with Lathander, Saloon, Orcus, and the Raven Queen herself, where all 4 of them were aware of what had happened, and they were aware of your battle with Tiamat and didn't necessarily want to see Tiamat ascended, but it was necessary that one of you heroes sacrifice yourself to be able to power the tremendous magics necessary to seal this rift. For some reason, the Raven Queen seemed highly intent on Havilar, and after a small discussion that the rest of us were not privy to, they arrived at terms, and Havilar volunteered herself, and all appeared to be well, which I'm sure is the very last we've heard of that. I'm sure it's never going to come up again.
They're probably fine.
Yeah, no, this is no big deal. You explain it to Frida
still
later.
die.
She's going to be... Honestly, is that not the best course of action? Because none of these deals... Yeah, just live in stuff, and none of these packs ever come back in ever again. Making your way through the mountains, you found even though these ruins of these mines are long abandoned, the Dweegar are nothing if not thorough builders, and many of the mine tracks that crisscross through the mountain were still in place. And as you were navigating your way deeper into the heart of it, from 60 feet below, in a pool of standing black water where all the runoff that you'd seen previously had collected, out of the water came two undead beholders, death tyrants, which began mindlessly attacking the group of you, quite effectively, if I might add, although I rolled at random of what was going to happen to who, and it just kind of all went down. In the process, Erin was knocked down into this poisonous water, although he seems to have a number of traits that make him relatively unfazed by all of this. Brig Hellclaw not only took significant damage, but has been driven down into death saves, of which he has already failed one, and was turned to stone after being put into death saves and is sinking deeper and deeper into this black, fetid water. The Death Tyrants have just unleashed a wave of beams in all directions at all of you, and we come back to Baloth in the initiative order. I will just tell you, for the sake of ease, the initiative order from the top is Brig, the Death Tyrants, Baloth, Celise, Erin, and then Havilar. But for now, it is Baloth the Entertainer's turn, as your friend is plummeting to his doom. What would you like to do, Baloth?
Very well. Now, far be it from me to play the Samaritan, but Brig Hellclaw and I do have a legally binding verbal contract for him to perform at the halftime show at the Black Pits, and we can't let a little thing like death stand in the way, so I am going to use my movement, the full movement of my flying carpet, to pull back from these beholders and hopefully get out of range of them. Obviously, I was already a fair bit away from them.
They're about 30 feet away from you. The water is 60 feet below. The Death Tyrants had risen about 30 feet and just stopped and have been shooting from there. Also, recall, Baloth, you were in range of their negative energy cone, in which you can feel your very life force disrupted as these pale, unblinking eyes just look at you. I will also remind you all that one of the Death Tyrants, they both have taken not insignificant damage, but one was far more harmed than the other. One had just better luck on some saves.
Very well. So before I move, I'm going to reach into the folds of my cloak and pull forth a ring which glitters upon my finger as I call upon my faithful servant, the Jinn Noble Najim.
You see a familiar puff of smoke as Najim would normally manifest in reality, but this time it is not Najim's visage that greets you. It is the smiling, golden-haired face of Lathander, the Morning Lord, on Najim's body, with his muscular blue frame that trails off into a wisp of smoke. Ah! Now this is fascinating, Baloth. Do mine eyes deceive me, or are you about to do something selfless?
Well, I have a vested interest in Brig Hellclaw's survival, and if in fact you are the equivalent of Najim, a stand-in if you will, then you should be able to grant me what he can. A wish, which I will use to pluck Brig Hellclaw from his necrotic and watery death, return him and us to health, and place him out of harm's immediate way.
Well, I don't know if you know about your relationship with Najim. From what I'm understanding, he's slightly resentful. Something about eternal servitude? I don't know if I can condone that, Baloth.
We recently renegotiated his contract, and he does get time off.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, normally his magic would be supreme in such things. The reality warping abilities of the Jinn is known far and wide, even to me, the Morning Lord. But Tiamat and the Cult of the Dragon seem to have done something here that has disrupted the weave. Even I myself might pluck petrify your friend, but I don't know if it is even within my power to restore him or you to total health. But
All
still,
right,
would you like me to intervene?
Just get him out of that lake, if you would. I can take care of myself. As Baloth begins slathering some of the ointment from his salve jar on himself.
You see Lathander leans in, and his chiseled good looks are disturbingly beautiful, Baloth. Like, it sucks how gorgeous Lathander is. And he does glow faintly, even in this dark place. And he says, you know, Baloth, I understand that you've gotten a reputation for being a bit of a scoundrel. Hallister Blackcloak, he is looking for you, by the way. But I just want you to know, I take worshippers of all backgrounds. All are loved and worthy in the sight of the Morning Lord.
Yes,
And
yes, I'm sure.
Gratz will
Please,
never appreciate you like I do.
please save me the soft sell and the hard sell and just get my friend out of that lake.
We are going to get to discuss this again, Baloth. And Lathander snaps his fingers, and on the far side of the cave, basically if you'd made your way all the way across the rails, you see Brig Hellclaw's body appears, lying on the ground, apparently still unconscious, but not petrified and out of the water.
Okay. I'm going to... let's see.
I will say
nice.
he's we'll say this whole room's 120 feet across. So we'll say he's about 80 feet over, but he does appear to be safe, laying kind of just inside the lip of the cave, out of easy reach of the beholders.
All right, and I have cured myself of 16 hit points with the salve.
Excellent.
Okay,
Anything-
now I will use... I've got 80 feet of movement. Can I get to Brig?
Well, you did say you wanted to move up away from the Death Tyrants.
I did say that I wanted to do my action first, and then I'd worry about moving afterwards. So
then yes, I would say that. However, Celise and Havilar, I believe, are both still on the carpet, if I recall correctly.
Havilar is.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So yes, you could get across, but you will effectively take them out of range of the beholders, leaving Averin to fend for himself, which is, you know.
Everyone's fine.
I don't know if anyone will mind, particularly. Yeah, I'm gonna... Can I sort of essentially let them know that's what my plan is, that I'm going to go try to grab Brig?
Here's what I will say. Technically, we don't usually break up turns, but I will let you hold your movement if you want to give... Actually, I'll even give Celise and Havilar as a free action. If you just want to step off onto the tracks are safe and sturdy. If it is your intent to remain here, I will give you a free action enough to just be off the carpet before Baloth departs.
Can I save that free action and actually jump off and try to heal Brig once we get there?
If you want to stay with the carpet, you absolutely can stay with the carpet, and then, you know, it goes where it goes, yeah.
Can you clarify two things for me real quick?
Yes.
If we get to the exit, does it look like the beholders can fit through the exit? Do it look like it's possible for them to chase us?
They probably can chase you, yeah.
Okay, and then where is Averin exactly? He's in the water.
He is 60 feet below you in the water. So you're high up here. 30 feet down are the two death tyrants.
Right.
And then another 30 feet past that, Averin is in the water.
His undead spa. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually not unpleasant for Averin, actually. It's god awful for everybody else. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you remember this water, Havilar. You know exactly what it's like.
Yeah, I don't want to jump in it.
My pores feel great.
Yeah, you don't have to take your whole you don't have to take your whole action. I just need to know: are you getting off the carpet to remain roughly here, or are you riding with Baloth
I'll ride
to
over
where
and
he's
figure
going?
out what I'm gonna do once we're over there.
Okay, absolutely. All right, perfect. Well, then you can punch it, Baloth. and go screaming across, which Celise is next in initiative. So Celise, Baloth punches the carpet. The Death Tyrants turn and are looking at you all as you all are moving, but it's not their turn. So as you pull up, Brig is unpetrified, but also unconscious. He looks just absolutely beat to hell.
All right, I am gonna do Cure Wounds at 4th level.
Okay.
So that is what, 48?
I believe so.
I have a billion dice on my desk and not enough D8. Why?
There's never enough for that smite, yo.
Smite or healing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, but the dice did like me. 16, 24. Get 26 points of health back, Brig.
Thank you.
Brig, your eyes shoot open and you see Celise Astorio over your body with her hands on you.
Wow. I was really stoned. Whew.
I told you about that elf fruit. I told you.
I don't know what happened. First we were kobolds, and then I was a statue.
Well, you're okay now. Well, you're
All of a
not
sudden,
okay. I did what I could.
I don't want mushrooms anymore, I'll tell you that. I'm never having another one again.
Well, you're the one that didn't pay attention in herbology class. I told you about those mushrooms.
I know, but herbology was so boring, and I just wanted to jam, and
Well, you almost jammed yourself into the bottom of the lake.
You're right. I almost became jam.
Yeah.
Let's not forget who you really owe your salvation to, Brig Hellclaw. Why, it's me, Baloth the Entertainer. But don't worry about it. I'm sure we can work things out. Probably a reduction in your fee for performing at the Black Pits, etc., etc.
Well, never let your obligation to someone else stop you from dying, I guess, right? So that kept me alive.
Words to live by.
Right.
So Celise, though, it is still your turn. So anything else for Celise?
If I can, I will cure wounds on myself.
Well,
I'm hurting.
You got to do one or the other because you cast the spell on him, so you can't do
All
it
right,
again.
well then I will basically just kind of guard Brig until he's back together because I can't really go anywhere else, and I've already used my spell for this action.
Perfect. Excellent. Averin, down in the water. You would not be aware that Brig has disappeared because he was in the water and is out of view of you now, but you've absolutely watched Baloth punch it with the carpet and Celise jump off on the other side.
I would like to make a con save not to be in this lake of sadness.
Okay.
I thought that was your jam, though, Averin.
And see,
No,
that
not
is-
being sad. I'm not into that. I make the sad. I don't live in the sad.
I
So,
see.
Gotcha.
Let me get back up here to where the sad water is.
dear sad water.
Dear sad water. I apologize because unfortunately the way it's written is like, remember the sad water? That happens again, and I'm all like, where was the sad water?
I'm gonna roll and be. I'm gonna do it blind.
Just,
That was bad.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Oh. See, that's what you get, Averin.
That's what I get for not
Yep,
checking
con
in.
save. Con save. Yep.
Yeah,
What'd you get?
It was a 5.
Averin, you watch them flying away, and you hear that same voice of the Dark Lady. Oh, Averin, look at this. Look at this again. You just... Why do you keep trying? Why do you keep just playing at this pitiful attempt at divinity? Just let me help you. I can show you how to be despotic. I can show you how to be wonderful. Look, what if I let you have the Lady of Pain's job, Averin? I've seen how you look at her, or don't, as it were. I'm going to have to destroy her because Sigil cannot remain under the guise of, well, that. And I'm going to need someone who Not that I can trust, that would be strong, but I'm going to need someone who understands the bigger picture, and that could be you, Erin. That could be you.
Oh boy, it's you're always pitching and selling and trying to make a deal, and no one makes the deal with you, and this goes around and around. And I know you're like the dark lady and tempting, and so here's the deal. Here's the parameters. Sophias can never be harmed by anything and will live forever, as well as myself. And I will happily take over Sigil. I make a deal.
I'm fine not harming Sophias. She's lovely. The whole infinite invulnerability for you, though, don't know that I can sign on for that because you forget you have to send a bastard to catch a bastard. So I know you're thinking, oh, I'll have rule over all the Sigil, and then she won't be able to affect me, and blah 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 blah. No, Erin, you will be a chess piece for me. Simply an important one.
Oh no, 100% no. I agree.
No,
I
no,
will be a chess piece.
No.
I'll be just a little pawn. You move around and everything will be fine and it'll work out great for you. So you want to bring me back? Also, I'd like to be a little bit. I would like a little bit more though from me and my friends. Frankly, I would like them to be blessed from now on. I know that there are counter purposes for all of you, but you're Tiamat. Like no one should be afraid of you, even if they get like an extra blessing from you.
You are ever the flatterer, and let's be honest, I am overtly tremendous, but let's just see how this all shakes out. But for now, I will just say I'm so happy that you didn't bring Sophias with you. I would have really hated for her to see this part, and you fall unconscious, Erin. And slide under the water. Havilar.
Oh no.
Havilar.
Okay.
Give me a perception check. I'll give it to you as a free action.
Sorry, it's rolling a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11.
This is all pretty obvious. I will say you all get there and you you're assessing things and turn around just in time to see Averin's head just go limp and slip under the waves as you saw happen before.
Okay, and how far down is Erin?
60 feet. 30. You
Okay.
got 30 feet to the beholders. 30 feet past them is a. Give me a different perception check.
Okay.
I'll give you another shot at this.
It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
He likes it. He likes it.
Go on. I'm good. I'm good.
It's a 16.
Looking at Briggs' body here, he's beat up and bruised, and apparently it is not necessarily just a straight shot into the water. Like there's some debris down there.
Got it.
Yeah, but 30 feet to the death tyrants, 30 feet past that to the water.
Okay. Can you remind me what happens when I touch the water?
It physically starts draining the life out of you. You feel very hopeless and like you should just give up. Expressly, what ends up happening is the water itself is killing you, but you lose the desire to fight it, basically.
Okay.
That you're just like, well, guess I'll die. And then the water just continues chopping away at you until you die. You do know, I will say, you do know the water wasn't hurting Erin as such, but if he sinks down to the bottom and just stays there indefinitely, that's probably not optimal
It's not
either.
very helpful down there.
Right.
But that also
Great one
means I know
shot.
if
200 years later, I come out.
if I were to jump into the water and grab him and use this book to jump back out, I might jump in the water and go, but no, never mind. I'm just going to live here now.
Well, so your intent is to jump into the water and then teleport out with the book?
Mm-hmm. Possibly Misty stepping 30 feet down so I don't fall so far. And then dimension door him and me out. I also don't know if he counts as willing if he's unconscious. But I am really ripped, so I might be able to carry him. because he's a skeleton.
Here is what I will do, Havilar, because not only is that a brilliant idea, multiple eyes of divinity are watching this. I will give you, you're a fairly chunky girl. Con is not a dump stat. I will give you that con save with advantage. You do feel as you hold this book in your hands, there is a cool shadowy power that emanates from it. Honestly, you find yourself wondering if this is what Farida feels like all the time.
Well, now I have it too, so we're all cool here, I guess.
So if it is your intent to enter the water, grab him and get out of the water, I will let you try that, and you'll have advantage on the save. But if it gets you, it gets you.
Okay.
Join the team, Sad Water.
That sounds impulsive enough to be Havilar, and she is grateful that he didn't feed her to the wraiths when he could have. So I'm gonna do it. To mitigate that 60-foot drop, I'm gonna Misty step the 30 feet down first, so I'm not falling quite as far. Because I'm assuming if I drop from 60 feet onto rocky water, it's not gonna feel good. This will feel maybe slightly less bad. Yeah.
I would. So first, give me a dex save. We're gonna rule cool this stuff for all of this.
I rolled a 9 for my dex save.
Just recall, as an aside, because I don't know if anybody wrote this down at the time, from the corpses at the beginning, you got an elixir of health. You got 6 plus 2 arrows, and you also got a wand of web. And then from the dragons, you got
actually,
the dragons
quick thing.
Yes.
Anyone within 30 feet of me gets a +2 to saving throws because of aura protection.
Hey, it still rolled a really bad saving throw, but it was not because of Elise, that's for sure.
So what did you get on your saving throw?
I rolled a 9. So you said +3 or +2?
Yep.
+2. So 11.
Havilar, you absolutely Misty step down and jump and try and grab a piece of debris, but miss. I will, however, give you half of the damage of what would have happened.
Okay.
So it is going to be 10 total points of damage from just getting banged and kind of cut up on stuff until you land in the water. It is not very graceful, but you do get you very much Jackie Chan it all the way down.
But everybody was watching the Death Tyrants, right? Nobody saw it, right? Maybe, hopefully. I don't think.
Sounds like they didn't see it. Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, right.
All right. So
now.
Give
me that con save with advantage, because you can see him.
I'm assuming I am not close enough to get Salisa's bonus anymore.
No, you're too far this time.
Oh my god. That was terrible. I rolled 2 4s. I'm gonna die, and I'm sorry, guys. I tried my best.
DM, I have a question. I know that Erin has gotten a 20. I feel like Havilar is an extension of Erin at this point in her attempt to save him. Can I give my natural 20 that I earned to Havilar?
I just love how deliciously heroic that was for you to just be like, yay!
Belly flopped.
Here's what I will do. I will not give Havilar an automatic crit, but I will give Havilar a reroll with advantage. So the will of
feel like I don't want to mess with D&D Beyond because it's got it out for me. Like, this has not gone well any of these times. So here. Okay, I rolled the same numbers again, but I rolled 12, so it's a dirty 20.
Brig, you're on deck, by the way. Okay. Havilar, you hit the water, and it starts happening again. It's again. What even was the point? Like why did they
20?
Well.
Wow.
Okay. Why did they even send you here? Farida would have figured this out, and now you tried to save Erin, but let's just whatever. Let's just get the Raven Queen can take can take your soul, and it's that is that. And you make eye contact with Erin for a second, and you see lights start shining out of the skeletal eye sockets in his skull, and it is just enough to snap you out of it and bring you back around.
I can still save him.
And what would you like to do?
I would like to grab hold of Averin and use a charge from the Atlas of Endless Horizons to cast Dimension Door and yank us both back up to where everybody else is, out of the sad swamp.
You grab him and hold on to the book, and the door opens, and for a split second you see the Raven Queen standing on the other side of the door.
Ah!
And then you're through it and are back up on the top with everybody else.
Averin, did you see her? Wait, is Averin awake?
Averin is unconscious, but he is out of the water.
Well, that's good. How do you slap a skeleton?
Hard.
Ow!
Anything else from Havilar?
That is it.
Perfect. Brig Hellclaw, you all are up here on the top. So far the Death Tyrants have not acted, but you are aware of the fact that they will right after you. But theoretically, the whole group is here on the far side of the mine.
Does that mean that we can escape, or does that mean that I can do some sort of ranged spell attack on those crazy people without harming my own people?
I mean, theoretically, yes, you can attack. You can try to run, but as I shared with Havilar, although I guess Brig would not have been aware of this at the time, these caverns don't seem impassable to them. Like, I mean, it seemed if they want to come down the caves, they could.
Okay. Well, then, additional magical secrets, baby.
Mm-hmm. What's the move?
If I can fireball both of those two.
Oh, what's the save?
The save is Dex 15. No, sorry, Dex 18. Dex 18.
Excellent. As we established, for whatever reason, one of them is more dexterous than the other. Although it appears their luck has run out. Once again, they had turned to move and bump into each other, and the fireball just smashes right into the both of them. So go ahead and give me the damage.
32.
32 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
You see one of them is on fire, and chunks of it are just falling off of it. Is almost more just like the lattice work framework of what was once a beholder that is on fire, but is still standing or floating, as it were. The other one is grievously injured, but still much worse for wear. But the other one is like starting to sink slightly, like an undead Hindenburg, but is still up. Mm-hmm.
Like the cover of Led Zeppelin 1.
Exactly, literally like that, but with more eyes. Yes.
As a bonus action, can I drink a potion?
We've never done that up until now, but sure, I'll give potions as bonus actions. It's never come up. So yes.
Yeah, in my inventory, I had a potion of greater healing that I think was from another campaign, but it's in my inventory right now.
I'm fine.
I would like to drink it.
You're a storied adventurer. It makes sense that this is the kind of thing you have on your person.
Okay,
yes.
great.
Go ahead and roll that, and you will have it, because now, unfortunately, it is the Death Tyrant's turn. Even as this one is dying, do any of you speak deep speech or undercommon? I'm sure Baloth speaks undercommon.
I'm unconscious.
Right, but theoretically, what do you speak?
Oh yeah, I speak undercommon and deep speech.
Perfect.
14,
Baloth.
by the way.
Perfect. Baloth, you see as one of them starts to list over and is very near death, the other one looks up at you and says, "All we ever wanted was to be together." And all the lights start going off as their eye stalks start firing at random at each of you. So let us find out. Again, here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We're gonna roll it at random. I'm gonna randomly see who it hits and randomly see what it does. So we're gonna let fate decide. Brig Hellclaw. It's just they're
Why
like,
not?
you're coming with me, Brig Hellclaw. I will literally see you in the hells. That is going to be Brig. Give me a strength save. Oh geez. Oh
no. We got any fate points? Oh, wrong campaign.
That's the wrong game. The wrong game. Wrong
6. I got a 6, my friend.
Oh. Wait, was that a saving throw or just a check?
Save.
Okay.
Even with
Remember
your
to add
RS,
2.
it's not gonna get him there.
I know. I was trying to give him a little hope.
8 then. I add 2 and I got 8.
8.
It's close.
Brig.
Sir.
Oh no.
It telekinetically yanks you off back towards the water.
No.
And unfortunately, you are restrained. But here's what I'm going to do. Give me another deck save, Brig.
A deck save.
Because
Okay.
it is
I'm way better
possible.
at that.
It has yanked you off and you're plummeting towards the water, but I'm going to give you a chance to grab one of the other...
Do I get to add 2?
No, because you would be more than 30 feet away, huh?
Oh, okay. I got a 13 total.
Brig, you bounce and bop and splash down into the water again for 31 points of damage.
I'm still conscious though, which means I can get out. All right.
Yep.
For 31?
31 points a day. This is completely random, man. I'm just going.
Thank you for letting me drink that potion.
Just going around the horn here. All right. It is going to be Celise Astorio.
Yes.
Celise, give me a wisdom save, Celise.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad I have a plus 10, because otherwise that'd be real bad. 18.
Celise, one of these eyes looks at you and glows, and you feel an absolute wave of exhaustion that drives you down to your knees, but you manage to remain conscious. And
Does that
shake
count
off the
as
sleep.
an attack?
No.
Oh, dang, I bet. Okay.
No. Let's see. Although,
what about Fenris?
I can put Fenris in the rotation if you want.
Yeah, because I forgot his action last time when I went over and healed Brig.
But Fenris might be about to get shot. Are you sure you want Fenris?
It's you. I don't trust you not to kill my dog.
It's not me. It's the dice.
Nope, it's you.
However, give me a dex save now, Celise.
A deck save? Oh, no. This is
I believe in
my
you.
worst stat. You believe me, but do the dice believe in me?
the RNGesus is fickle.
RNGesus did better on this one. That is a 26.
Same thing. Now you feel like your arms and legs just start to slow down, and everything around you starts to slow down, and yet you manage to keep your wits about you and resist this. You resist its slowing beam. Now, Havilar.
Yes.
Havilar, give me a wisdom. Does your aura make people immune to fear?
I am immune to fear. Let me see if that works for others.
Yeah, because there is a point that your aura makes others immune, but I don't know if you have it or not. So we'll verify. Give me the wisdom save already, Havilar, so at least we can be.
I am just checking.
Is that a 12?
Havilar.
Oh,
Or I guess I am standing next to Celise, so I have a 14.
Basically,
Even if
aura
I'm in-
protection. Aura protection just gives you a +2. Aura of courage. You have to be within 10 feet, though.
Havilar's within 10 feet of you.
I'm up
Yeah,
there.
we're-
I don't know how big this is, but I am definitely imagining right now that we're all very close together. So all of the things we need to share are being shared.
We're on a 3x5 piece of carpet, all of us. So.
There you go,
she,
there you go.
yeah, she did say she came back. So aura courage makes her immune to fear.
It makes any friendly creature within 10 feet cannot be frightened.
Havilar, again, you feel a pang of just absolute terror just shoot through you as you see this thing. Just in everything in you wants to run, and then you take a step back and feel Celise behind you, and her presence helps bolster you and you to find your courage again.
I want to be as tough as Celise. I also don't want her to see me be a scaredy cat.
Unfortunately, we are back to Celise. Give me a con save, Celise.
Ooh.
Oh, well, you know what?
And there's only one more beam after this one. The next one's coming to Averin, by the way.
Well, Avern's in the water.
No, Averin's up there. He's just unconscious.
Oh no, he's unconscious. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
I saved him
That
with
is a-
Shadowfell teleportation.
That is a
Mhm.
nat 20.
You know, it is like Tyr himself is shielding you, Celise, as beam after beam after beam just slams into you, and you are just able to shrug off whatever these abominations are trying to do to you.
Yeah.
Averin, however, let us see if you were quite as lucky. I need to see exactly what happens with the unconscious
Averin, wake up.
condition.
The beholders are zapping you.
Can we even do anything?
No, leave me alone. I'm a god now.
It makes a noise like a xylophone when you shake him.
No, you automatically fail strength and dex saves. You see one of the beams just zaps Averin, and he goes completely rigid. He wasn't breathing as such before, but at least there was like some motion to him, and he just, as you are paralyzed by a paralyzing ray.
Do we need to work something out between you and I, B Dave? Like, is there someone that, like, you know, like,
It's
did I
not
say something
me,
mean a
it's-
few days ago, or like?
It's the dice. I mean, yeah, maybe you let the devil torture me for 300 years, but like whatever, you know? Be real rough if that were to happen. However, that is it for the Death Tyrants. I will say they rise up a bit higher so that they are on the same level as you. They're now 60 feet above the water. Baloth the Entertainer, it is your turn. One of these things is horrifically wounded. Like, you can see clean through it. Like, it's basically like listing to the side, but it's still floating. The other one is moderately okay.
All right. Well, having seen Briggs' fireball go off, Balot says, "A good idea is a good idea," and fires another fireball, this time at 4th level. That'll be a Dex 21 save for these guys.
They have both failed horrifically.
All right. So this will be 9d6, so that'll be 11.
You
Plus.
swear you almost see the one that is slightly better is trying to push the damaged one out of the way, but it's just not
Aw.
enough. It's like, bang.
Oh yes, and that thing that they said to be an undercommon, I say back to them in an undercommon. It's like fascinating backstory, and so I fired that. So that was 11, 9. That's 20. Hold on, 28, and 26, and one more. That is 31 points of damage that they take.
One of them absolutely explodes, raining
Wow.
chunks of Death Tyrant in all direction, like splatting against each of you is like burning flames of just rotting, fetid outsider all over you. The second one is on fire actively and is like sinking, but just looks at you again, and that cloudy eye closes slightly as you can see one last bit of hate in the depths of its consciousness as it's looking at you, Baloth.
Before it manages to do something about that hate, can I use a bonus action to consume something so I can weather that hate
Absolutely.
a little better? All right.
I do want one of the tendril eyes to fall into Avern's open mouth since he's paralyzed. Just
Todd, are you
This is
okay?
probably not. I don't know. Just making it fun.
Just checking.
Just a little eyeball sticking out of Avern's skull.
Okay, and I am healing myself. Okay. And that's it for Baloth. Question. Is Lathander in the form of Najim still around?
Yeah, you absolutely manifested Najim. Yeah, but you after all of this started happening, you kind of stopped paying attention to him, and Najim looks like Najim again. You actually didn't notice when Lathander left.
Oh, well then I'll just say, Najim, kill this thing. I'm not using a wish. I'm not using a wish spell. He'll just basically be using his attacks to attack this beholder that's left.
Baloth, you know, we discussed this. There's supposed to be terms of our agreement now. Apparently, I was a god moments ago.
You looked real good.
Hello, Havilar. Good to see you again. He's also got you cleaning up his messes too.
I'm not cleaning this up. This is gross.
Now, Najim, let's not let any labor disputes stand in the way of what needs to be done. Now, I'm not asking for a wish. I just want you to pummel this putrescent sack until it goes pop.
Go ahead and roll Najim's attacks.
Very well. The old gin here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sadly they don't have this. I can't just press a button and make it happen, but I do have his.
Yeah, you got to do it manual. Yep. After Baloth is Celise, by the way.
So, yeah, he's going to use his scimitar attack, which means he will get 3 attacks. These will be at +9 to hit. Does a 23 hit?
That will be enough.
Okay, so that will do 5. That'll do 13 points of damage.
Describe for me what it looks like when Najim kills this thing.
Oh, Najim actually just sort of like takes his scimitar, draws his scimitar, and rather than slashing it or anything, he just sort of like walks or floats over to the thing and pokes it very quickly with the very tip of the scimitar. The beholder just flies around the room like a balloon being emptied of its air and smacks into the far end of the cavern and then slides down into the water.
Baloth, you see one of those tentacles turns and looks at you and crackles with black energy like it was going to use its death ray one last time, but it just can't manage it as it slides down. I will also say, between the flying carpet and everyone else, you all are able to get Brig out of the water. Averin, your paralysis only lasts for a minute.
Did we win? Was everything we won, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
How was
Thank you,
your
Najim.
nap?
It's great. I feel very refreshed. Did anything of importance happen while I was asleep?
Oh, yes, I, Baloth Baratil, engaged in a moment of absolute selflessness and was courted by a god, Lathander himself, asking me to switch teams, as it were.
Oh,
Baloth.
that's terrible.
Baloth, give me perception with advantage.
Perception with advantage.
So out of character, while Mark is doing that, what would happen if I tried to smite Averin?
Same thing that happens everything else, you know.
With advantage, the higher is a dirty 20.
Baloth, down below, as they're fishing Brig out of the water and Averin's kind of coming to, you notice kind of off to the side behind some rocks, there is a cache of just small items. You can see there's like ivory bowls, gold trinkets, and a crown. Baloth. It is dark purple and mauve stone with 10 points set like stalks with gemstones, resembling the eye stalks of a beholder. And you feel it calling you, Baloth.
Oh. This looks like a shiny new item to me. Yes. I'll approach. Do I get, as I make contact with it, do I get a sense of its abilities?
It is incredibly magical. Wondrous, I'd say. Also, JCM, we're getting the tune up there. I don't see your hands moving, yet I hear it. That's weird.
Well, I got your request, so I'm working on it.
You know, I'm not a monster, okay? I tried to give you a little leeway this time.
All right.
Not to be like, do the thing, sing, monkey, sing. You know? Yeah, tried to let you know what's coming. You know.
I got the lyrics done. I'm just picking the chords.
Yeah. Well, hit mute while you pick the chord.
Okay, fair. All right, I'm hitting mute.
So this crown, I assume, since we're under the rules we've been operating under, we're going to skip the usual period of attunement, and I can just attune to this.
Correct.
All right. What do we got? What is it?
Are you gonna put the scalp on? I mean, put the crown on.
Yeah. You know, normally I'd be a little more cautious about this sort of thing. The scalp.
Paging Dr. Freud there, right? You all see as Baloth puts this crown on, out of the edges of it, tendrils come down and start burrowing in between his white hair. And like,
oh no.
And it connects to you. But Baloth, you feel tremendous power flowing through you when you adorn this crown. You have gained Balashara's Beholder Crown, which I will send to you over here, which has not insignificant magical abilities, but it is very much a part of you now.
Why, this thing is tentacular and spectacular.
I spoke at it, Baloth. That's kind of permanently attached to you.
Well, there's permanent and there's permanent. Do keep in mind I have access to wish spells on a daily basis, but at the same time, we're going to need all the power we can muster to take on the Mother of Dragons. What's a few tentacles in the skull between friends?
You know,
It's your
I'm just gonna go heal people.
You know,
Don't worry, Celise. I assure you, in the Underdark, a few tentacles burrowing into one's skull are often seen as a remarkable fashion accessory.
you know, it's Havilar and Celise, the stalk-like arms of the crown and the gems on the top of them, they don't move, but you can't help but feel like they're looking at you as you kind of get close to the crown.
Baloth, this is a marked improvement. You look lovely. I think this is a good look for you. Clearly, nothing bad will happen.
Yes.
No, congratulations.
Clearly.
Good job killing all the
Yes.
boulders by yourself too. By the way, that was remarkable.
Oh, really? You flatter me. I just softened them up. Everyone did a little bit of helping. I don't know if you did any. Did you do anything? Did you?
No. I did nothing. No.
No.
Well, I was moral support when I was asleep. So there's that. But I have it's known that I have a divine presence.
Now,
even when
let's be honest. Avon, let's be
more
honest.
powerful than a paladin's.
If anything, you were amoral support.
That's accurate. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Brig Hellclaw. As you are pondering in your mind everything that happens, and Najim the Jinn comes floating back from having killed this thing. When it turns and looks at you for a split second, you swear it looks like Lathander. And then it's just the Jinn again. It's one of those like double take things, like.
Wow. So was that Lathander or was that? Huh. This has been one hell of a day.
You know, Brig, they say that Lathander lives in all of our hearts, rent-free.
I keep trying to charge rent.
As you all arrange yourselves and begin proceeding downward, I will say, besides the expensive finery and ivory bowls and golden trinkets that are laying around, there is a potion of invisibility as well.
Ooh.
But As you continue moving, faint tremors have become more frequent as you push forward, drawing ever closer to the volcanic heart of the mountain. The last leg of the journey through these lava tubes should bring you to the Dwegar Forge, at least according to your maps. But as you enter the massive cavern whose walls gleam with rough-edged crystals, you realize the maps aren't as up-to-date as you might have wished. The cavern is the intersection point of multiple tunnels, but a rubble fall completely blocks the route you're meant to take. The tunnel mouth completely collapsed ahead of you. Another rumble sounds out from ahead, a stronger tremor bringing down a light rain of rock from the ceiling as it passes.
Did you know which way we were supposed to go?
The map that we had, did it indicate anything beyond this point?
This is the way you're supposed to go, as ahead of you is now impassable.
Are there other passages that sort of point in the same direction?
You all can give me either in nature or survival, whichever is higher for each of you.
Yeah.
Both are terrible.
Ooh, nature is so much better for me now.
Woo! I got a 19 survival.
22 nature.
Oh,
All right.
nothing.
Hold on 1 second here. Let me just check something here.
I got an 18 survival.
All right. Who was the highest there? Havilar?
I think it was Celise.
Celise? What was it? Sorry.
22 nature.
Celise, another tremor comes through, but you see a weak point in the ceiling that you are absolutely sure is about to fall on everybody's heads. All of you, because she warned you, can give me a dex or a wisdom save, and you can do it with advantage.
Oh, wisdom, because that's my better stance. And don't forget your +2, because we're all together.
Yep.
And I got a 32 deck save.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, anything more than 30 is considered divine success. So you all see Brig enter the Matrix here.
Lathander
dodging
must
through
still
all
be
of this rubble.
smiling on me.
Mhm.
I'm taking a photo of this because I got 2 nat 20s.
Whoa!
I'm taking a photo of this.
That's
You
a
know,
wonderful
divine.
chance.
Lathander smiles upon us all here. Yes.
I got
Apparently
23.
so.
23,
14.
14, you know, but everybody else is so much better than that, Erin. I would say that Celise is like right there, and you're like, wait, where? And collectively, they all
We
sort of
yoink
pull
you.
I've
Yeah.
been asleep in the lake. What?
We should have let a rock hit him.
What was the next one down? I believe that was Havilar.
Sorry, for what?
No,
I had a 19
previous-
survival.
Previous survival in nature.
19.
As you all make your way further down one of these tunnels, you see another pool of that black water, Havilar,
Oh.
that now you're all too familiar with.
Don't touch it.
However, because everybody knows now, you can roll athletics with advantage to get across.
Let's do this.
I'm so
I assume I don't need to. I can just use the flying carpet to get across.
Yeah, okay.
that is a 26.
28.
Very, not for Brig, huh?
Got an 11 with advantage. I rolled a 2
Brig-
and a 3.
Brig, you know, Celise and
Oh, wait.
Can you
Havilar.
just carry him?
I'll say Celise and Havilar effortlessly spring across, and as you are readying yourself, the carpet comes from behind and boom.
Oh,
Into
sorry
the
about that.
Off!
I'll just sort of shout out, Najim, if you would, could you pluck our friend from that watery potential grave and bring him to the other side?
Yes, you are able to fish Brig out of the water. It is not terribly deep. It's more of like a condensed puddle. It is still deeply unpleasant, Brig Hellclaw, but it is really more of a setback than anything.
Okay. Oh, God.
Finally, you all arrive at a place where you feel like you might be able to clear out some of the debris and get through. I need con saves from everyone.
No, not again. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this like.
No, there's no sad water this time, Averin. No sad water.
No, you will make a pool of
Okay.
sad water around me.
Are we adding?
It just
do we
starts
add the-
seeping out of you, you know?
Natural
do we add the
20.
+2?
will not get
There you
today's
go.
sad water gods.
Hey. Yes,
Abram got my luck.
Umberly be damned. Yes.
And
do we add the +2?
+2.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
paladin. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great.
You're
26.
all just arranging. You're digging out rubble. Mm-hmm.
15.
15.
12.
12.
Avon stole my luck. That was like a 9 total.
Well, to be fair, I've dug out graves before, so.
In a bizarre twist, your skinny boys, Avrin and Bela, are just like heave-hoeing rubble out of the way, and your strong girls, Havilar and Celise, are the ones that kind of go in a
I
little
think
harder than they
Averin's
meant
throwing
to.
rocks at us. That's what happened.
Oh yeah, we
actually,
got to dodge.
If that's what
Havilar.
Baloth also, like, he's probably going to want to use one of the new powers of this crown that is burrowing its way into his skull, and he's telekinetically just lifting up these rocks and throwing them over his shoulder.
You know what? Because of you now using your newfound mind powers, I'm going to let Celise and Havilar roll again. I'll give you advantage, because as you start struggling a little bit, your good pal Baloth, who is not at all connected to an elder brain now, uses his new psycho powers to help you.
Oh boy.
Nope. Don't yuck anyone's yum.
That one's a 21.
Oh, that's so much better. That is a dirty 20.
Oh,
Both of
Sorry.
you were kind of like, ooh, just, man, this has just been a day, and this armor is heavy, and then suddenly you just see the rocks sort of glow and lighten in your hands as Baloth starts helping you.
Guys, believe it or not, I heard this weird voice on high that inspired me to write a song about what just happened.
Really?
Oh, is the song ready?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
The
going to be
song's
about me.
ready.
You know what it is? This is your freaking labor song here. Well, you guys,
Let me give you some bardic inspiration of while you're moving those rocks.
Please do.
I was minding my own business, just eating some shrooms. And two undead beholders crashed into the room. Next thing I knew, I was stoned and drowning, sinking into a black lake. Then a dragon lady tried to tempt me, but my will didn't break. I just said, help me, Lathander, get me out of this mess. I know I barely worship you, but I think you're the best. Then I woke up on the shore with Silly's healing hands. When Baloth reminded me that we had contractual plans. Just then I thought everything was good. Those death tyrants beat me where I stood. They were two balls of zombie pain, and I never want to see them again.
You know, I'm gonna give everybody a bardic inspiration for having been blessed like that, and I will give you inspiration, Brig. So you have a banked 20 there that you can roll with advantage with, because
Thank you,
brother,
sir.
asking
I
you
mean,
shall receive.
you texted me, and I started. That's what I was picking the chords at that point.
No, I didn't want to just ambush you with it again, you know? Brava. The last stretch of lava tube shakes constantly with distant tremors, but its walls and ceiling stand sturdy for now. Ahead, the tunnel mouth widens to a dark cavern that the maps tell you is your destination. Heat and steam hang heavily on the air where the ancient Dwegar Forge opens up around you. I'm going to sneeze. I apologize. I have to warn you in advance. A vast high-ceiling cavern lit up by continual flame torches in line with 6 massive iron forge ovens. All are cold, but their seams show the faint glow of magma that still flows beneath them. However, by entering into this room, you all have triggered an ancient magics that the Dwegar placed upon this place to make their lives more lively and work more bearable. You were all, while you were in the room of the forge, afflicted by the curse of rhymes. I love that. I love you. I love you. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It is always going to be great. What would you all like to do?
Are we aware? Are we aware?
Oh, Havilar and Baloth have felt it before.
Step back out of the room.
Havilar's going home.
The forge of
Oh,
the Dwegar have. This is my friend Havilar.
I'm feeling an old familiar feeling where rhyming becomes irresistibly appealing.
This is the worst. We've been cursed.
You know,
Thank you, Idle Champions. Thank you, Idle Champions, players, and community.
I know that I'm a
Thank you for
trickery god.
blessing us all.
I know I'm a trickery god, but I suspect I'm being played by someone named Todd.
Well, let's not bicker about this or that. We've clearly been cursed by Tiamat. But we will ultimately persevere, for the mother of dragons' end is near.
I just feel like you all see the Dark Lady enter the room and just giggle maniacally and is like, I'll kill you later. I'll kill you later. And just vanishes again.
What are we supposed to do? I suspect I've fallen into a lake of poo.
Oh. I don't want to talk. Let's just walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, Erin and Evans. Erin and Evans. And she did it. She did it. She did it. We got there. She did it.
It only took me like 10 minutes.
But Havilar, why walk when you can fly? Join me on this carpet. I'm the Baloth guy.
All of you give me perception checks.
Ooh, that is a nat 20, total 26.
Well, I'm
25.
I also got a nat 20 for a total of 33.
Well,
Wow.
you know, Baloth in Brig, it's like radar extending out, and you realize a few things about this room. The steam in the area is rising from black water pooling across the floor. Cracks higher up along the walls mark where rivulets and thin streams shimmer with shadow as they flow down to the ground. I will say, I'm going to give you a few things between those two high rolls. It is absolutely the same water that is flowing down from the lake. You're sure of that. The forges, when they were operational, were set beneath, would drill down through the crust of the cavern floor to let the control jets of lava shoot up beneath them. The bottom fire chamber for each forge is heavily insulated and fireproofed, focusing this unparalleled heat source directly upward into the forge proper. The magma flowing beneath the chamber is relatively stable for now, but it won't be once you do what you are here to do. You have 24 kegs worth of smoke powder in that bag that Brig has. You can easily remove them. But anybody who is going to take the charges out is going to have to give me an acrobatics check, because I remind you, if this goes poorly, it is going to do roughly 715 points of damage to everybody in the room.
Oh,
Ooh, I got this. I have experience.
Hey, that didn't rhyme.
Guys, this is the spot.
I really hope for the Dungeon Master's lenience.
Guys, this is the spot, but whoever does this, these bags you cannot drop.
Now, Erin, I know that well is what you mean, but don't blow us all to smithereens. Could I use telekinesis?
I will let you roll acrobatics with advantage, but also be mindful of the charges on the crown.
Right.
Brig, give me an acrobatics.
Okay.
And I can give him advantage by using telekinesis?
I will. If you are using telekinesis to pull it out of the bag, you will. The roll will be at advantage. Either he does it, you do it. Like yeah.
Yeah, I'll assist him with telekinesis essentially.
This is you're basically the help action.
With advantage, I got a 23.
You pull it out miraculously. The powder all seems dry. Being petrified might actually have helped you, and you were able to place the first of these barrels on the ground.
The powder is dry. Must have been a benefit from when I was petrified. Duh.
Anybody who is attempting to place one of these kegs, well, first give me 2 more checks. We'll say to get all 24 kegs out safely. Give me 2 more.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you roll 24 times. I'm not even gonna make you roll 12 times. We'll do 3.
With advantage still?
Yeah, I'll say the telekinesis is still going.
14 and 19.
You see Brig carefully places these things on the floor, and right when you think everything is going to be fine, boom, one of them falls and starts rolling towards one of those pockets of magma.
Oh, no.
And that's a good place for us to take a break. So, 10 here. I believe 10. We got the floor is literally hot lava. The floor is literally hot lava. Also, I see you, Celise Astorio, simply saying nothing in the rhyming room. But we got some cool content to show you here during the break. It's about 10 minutes, maybe a couple minutes more, but don't go nowheres. And we will be right back. I know I ambushed the producers with that. I have to make sure they're ready. You can cut me off whenever if we're ready to go.
Hey everyone, V Muse back again with more for Idle Champions presents the Trials of Mount Tiamat. Once again, I have some goodies for you, but you need to make sure you are in the chat for a chance to win. For episode 3, we have from WizKids the D&D Icons of the Realms Adult Black Dragon. Again, this is for US and Canadian residents only, Quebec excluded, and we will announce the winner of this menacing beauty at the end of episode 3. Now, for our international crew, we also have that Founders Pack 4 DLC for you, along with the 2 theme packs as well. This means that you can select from Alindra, Briv, Baloth, Archon, or Kira, and our newest champion, Brig Hellclaw. So, good luck to everyone who enters, and have fun with it. I'll see you later.
You have this wonderful character named Havilar.
I do.
That's you. That is accurate. Everything you said is true. And they are going to be in Idle Champions Presents, and you and I are playing together.
Yeah.
What a hot mess is this going to be? Like, we have some morally questionable characters in this.
We do. I think that at this point, Havilar has rolled with some people who are definitely not good. I think she has a Dragonborn sense of adaptability of like, okay, this is who I have by my side right now, and I need to get this done. So probably be okay, right? I mean, she didn't like Avernus Medeiros. Averin tricked Asmodeus. This will be fine. And she and Baloth as a dog that plays with Zuni and a flying carpet, which is cool. And So they've rolled together. That's probably fine. I worry about Celise.
Celise, yeah, we've got Paladin.
Although the thing about Havilar is that she tends to, when she meets badass ladies, she kind of gets like a non-sexual crush. Like, oh my God, you're so cool. How do I be cool like you? So I anticipate that she will think Celise is super cool.
And Celise is super cool.
So if Celise starts yelling at you guys, she might try to yell at you too, so she could be cool too.
So the stakes.
This first episode is just going to be a lot of interpersonal drama.
It feels
and
like
BJ's like, guys, there's dragons.
It's gonna be like evil kindergarten. Yeah, there's not high stakes or anything. I mean, Tiamat is in the name. That's gonna go well, right?
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Do you think you could call in some favors to maybe like deal with the situation? We can get out of this.
One of the things when they said, when they said, okay, we're gonna do this game and we're gonna go up against Tiamat and we're going to give Havilar a cool skin for this fight. If Havilar is gonna go fight a god, what is she going to gear up like? And so I did not do what probably would have made the most sense, which is like, if Havilar had access to the biggest, poshest gear shop in the multiverse, what would she buy? I went in Brimstone Angels, in The Devil You Know, there's a point where she's briefly possessed by the Untheric moon god because she gets to hold his cool axe. And if somebody wanted to go up against Tiamat, I feel like it's a good Untheric god, so maybe she's just gonna like channel a little bit of that, which is why her ascendant skin makes her look like some sort of reborn and Mesopotamian war goddess, and I love it.
How fun was it to get like the ascendant skins?
Oh, they're so cool!
Yeah.
She looks so amazing. I love when Havilar gets his skin. The imps that she summons also get skins.
Oh, what?
Right? So like when she was a pirate for Unfair Seas, they're all little pirate imps. So now she's got this cool, badass Mesopotamian warrior goddess look, and all her little imps are wearing the little pointed caps and the kanakes, the wool cloaks, so they look like little Sumerian warrior guys. This is so cool.
I'm very excited for the hot mess that Avernus of just like a skeleton with roots of Sophia's wife wrapped around him, holding a flaming skull.
That is very dramatic.
It's very dramatic.
I like it.
I couldn't get more edgy with that skin, but it's the ascendant skin.
Yeah, you gotta go big.
What do you like about what do you like about 20th level campaigns or like one shots, or do you?
I've never played one.
Oh, it's gonna be rough.
I played once before Idle Champions Presents the last time. Lauren Urban, who was also part of Idle Champions in general, but she runs Dungeon Drunks, and so she ran a 17th level adventure, and that was as high as I'd ever gone. And I actually had to go to my friend Yang Yang Wang, who I play with in Dungeon Scrawlers, because he does a lot of high level stuff. And I was like, please help me, because this is too big. I don't even know what to do. So I have that to go off of. Although now with this Ascendant skin thing, I'm trying to be a little like clever and work this in and give her some Warlock levels maybe.
And people are going to be watching this interview during the break.
Oh.
So we both our characters may already be gone.
We did our best, I'm sure.
As we're crying during the break right now.
Well, good news. If there's any future Idle Champions Presents, I have 2 other characters, so I just have to swap in.
Oh,
No.
Wow.
I'm sure they have a big
I have a lot of
list.
clowns.
There you go. You're like, that was a different Avon.
Yeah, there's a multiverse. I'm Owen Wilson's Avon, as I like to call the new Loki. You have a very fun friendship with B. Dave Walters in games, but now you're on the Dungeon Master. You're in the barrels of the Dungeon Master right now. Mm-hmm. Is there fear?
I mean, I keep confronting myself with the fact that Havilar sort of has had her story told, and where she exists in Idle Champions is sort of this version. And also she's adorable, and maybe that will slow him down. She has a dog. Put the dog in front of her. He can't kill the dog, right?
That's true. That's true. Unless you're in a John Wick film. What are the stakes for Tiamat?
I mean, we're going up against a god. That's and Havilar has sort of been in the sights of a god, but not had to fight one. She's definitely, that whole series are meant to be sort of lower level characters, so this is much bigger. But I also think Javi loves a challenge, and she is thinking about which head she wants dibs on as a trophy.
You're already like...
I think. Like I
That's
said,
confidence.
Like I said last time, I don't know if she's got the constitution, but she's got a 20 in confidence, so...
I mean,
Erin's saying B-Dave's not going to let us kill Tiamat.
Avern has some beef with Tiamat, but yeah, I don't know that he's like marked a head. Though I think the black dragon head is pretty cool.
That's good, because I went the blue one.
Okay, yeah. That will be totally fine.
I think too, Havilar she is a tiefling, but she was raised by a dragonborn of Tiamanther, and the Tiamanther dragonborns are like not interested in gods, and in particular, Tiamat is like the worst kind of god, because not only is it someone who like wants something from you, who's going to kind of control you, but she's also a dragon. They don't like the dragons, and she's evil. So that's just a trifecta of awful. So Havilar is also kind of like I'm going to get points from my dad for this, I'm pretty sure. Although I think Mahen would be like, why would you think this was a good idea?
Yeah, Tiamat does blaze their own trail. Like, independent of Asmodeus, typically.
Yeah.
What do you like most about playing Havilar?
So Howler is, it's like a combination of what I like most and what I find hardest. Like most of my D&D characters are very charisma focused. I like being a problem solver. I like convincing people to listen to me. And Havilar is the opposite of that. She's straightforward. She's not the smartest, but it gives me space to try and be really funny. Because she, doesn't necessarily get everything. So it's kind of a total flip. It's a totally opposite of like Cecilia from Dungeon Scrawlers or other characters that I've played, but it has its own kind of fun space. And then when she can really wallop something with a glaive, that's pretty great.
Into your 10 bright eyes, I feel a change inside I can't explain. Your long red wings become my everything as I feel power flowing through my veins. Love is hell, but here's the thing. You could be my
Have a napkin.
As the barrel starts rolling towards this pool of superheated magma to an unknown end, let's do it like this. Give me initiative.
Initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Us versus the barrel. 19.
Give me 19 for Averin.
22.
22 for Brig.
14.
14 for Celise.
18.
18 for Havilar. And Bela.
16.
Bela, 16. Averin, or Brig rather. Brig. You can have one chance at this to see if you can grab this before it rolls into the pool of magma. Give me a athletics check.
Oh, I'm good at this.
But
24.
It's Brig,
24.
I also got
Yep.
24.
I will say, as it's rolling over, both of you just spring into action and just grab it right at the edge.
A left hand on one and a right hand on the other. Just
I know our situation is dire, but I'm not exactly immune to fire.
I can't believe you did that. We were about to go splat.
Here is what is going to happen. Each of you have to give me perception or sleight of hand to place these things correctly, and I'm going to roll once to account for blind fate.
Well, I think there's cause for celebration as we've narrowly avoided incineration.
Well, my sleight of hand was 25, so thankfully maybe all of us are still alive.
So that is
17.
26.
17, 25, 26.
Do we all need to roll that?
Yeah. It's perception
Oh.
or sleight of hand, whichever you prefer. This is all of you. There's 24 barrels, so this is all of you placing them around
23.
the forge. 23.
19 total.
As you guys are placing them, you feel like you kind of have it covered. This part of it was left a little more to your devices, but you're kind of looking at the load-bearing pillars in here where the magma is boiling up most out of the ground. You think you guys got it. There is nothing left to do but set the fuse. Unfortunately, from down one of the dark tunnels leading into this area, a shrieking cry rises, then falls. You recognize the call as the white dragon from the two young dragons that you fought before, but this one is deeper and far more guttural.
You boy.
What would you all like to do?
Okay, so this is coming from one of just a tunnel, yes? We don't see anything yet?
It's not the one
To
we
be-
came in from, right?
Correct. To be clear, theoretically, the only thing you got to do now is light the fuse and get out of here before the mountain falls on your head. But something is coming.
We have to rhyme still.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe in you, Aaron.
We
You
should
got
all
this.
probably run. Things are about to not be so much fun.
Quick, light the fuse and we'll be on our way. That white dragon coming quick might ruin our day.
Well, we don't actually know if the dragon is white. Perhaps we should stay for a bit of a fight.
I know
No,
you-
let's go.
Baloth, I know you think you're cool, but right now you're acting a fool.
Let's see.
Can't you guys cast Fireball when we're already down the hall? Ah, yes.
Do we need to set the explosions, or do we need to make sure we step back from our mics so we don't have any plosives?
Well, if we want, I could make things really warm. I've got a slot left for Meteor Swarm.
I got plenty of feelings of smite. I got something extra with my Eldritch Smite.
I don't know about that one, but I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it. I don't know. That's like that 90s Southern rap. I'm just gonna rhyme "huh" at the end of every line. It is gonna work, huh? I'm gonna do an Eldritch Smite, huh? On a white dragon, huh?
Dolly
right.
Dolly Parton did rhyme love with love, so she's one of the best songwriters there is.
But to say the rules don't apply to Dolly Parton. She was there when the deep magic was written. All right, what would you like to
She
do,
wrote it.
though? That's true. She wrote the deep magic. That is true. All right. Kegs are set. The fuse is yet to be lit. Something large is on the way. What would you all like to do?
Let me just check the range on that spell there. Get a range.
On Meteor Swarm?
On Meteor Swarm. It's probably a pretty good range. The range is a mile. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Bailoff is just like he's trucking back. He's going to. He's going to wait
range
for
of Meteor Swarm is a mile.
He's a mile. Yeah. So, basically,
but it is the point that you can see.
Yeah.
If you go down through the twisting tunnels, you may not be able to see this room anymore.
How far can I go and still keep a line of sight on these barrels and the tunnel that the roaring is coming from?
It would be close to set off the meteor swarm and be out of here before you were consumed by the explosion as well. It would be rough, Bailoff.
I am going to take out my... Wait, do I still have the bag of holding? Was that reassembled?
Yes.
Okay.
I still also have that book. There's one more charge, and it has a bunch of different teleportation spells. I'm not sure which of them might get all of us, but if you give me a minute, I will look it up.
You know, I will suspend the ticking clock of imminent doom just for you to make sure that you can make use of your item.
What about something that's tailor-made for this sort of thing? Delayed Blast Fireball.
Hello.
Delayed Blast Fireball is in fact meant for this sort of thing, yes.
Oh, yes. I think that's what I will be casting.
Bailoff.
Yes, go ahead, Brig.
I've got something else that could tear them asunder. We could always use my Wand of Wonder.
I'm not willing to dance that dance and leave our fate to random chance.
You can cast plane shift with this book. Something, I just looked. That's what you're getting. I'm sorry.
You know, valid. Let's see. Looks like you can hold the delay on your fireball for up to a minute. It's no longer random. I think you decide when it goes off.
All right. Well, that gives us a minute to get away, which should be quite a bit of movement. I'll cast that.
Although I feel like Erin was about to say something. When you asked for the bag of holding, you didn't get to go wherever you were going with that.
I was having trouble rhyming.
I'm like, well, hear your inner monologue of the great divinities beyond. You don't necessarily have to rhyme.
Yeah, so you will see Avern's spirit form erupt out of his body. I'm going to scoop my physical form, my body, into the bag of holding for safekeeping. So now I am ghost version of Avern. And Bailoff, would you hold on to my body? I'm afraid.
All right. Well, I'll be.
No. I need him to finish.
I'm afraid I don't. In case it goes potty.
We were at a crossroads. I was like, is he gonna go potty or very hotty? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, what's about to happen? What are we gonna do?
It's gonna be weird either way. It's gonna be weird.
Yes, Bailoff.
I'll be sure to keep this corporeal form safe. If it gets destroyed, you'll remain a wraith.
We got there.
All
We
right.
got there together. Okay.
We got there. Give me one last sleight of hand, and I don't care from who. One last sleight of hand to set the timer.
I would like-
Ooh, I got a 16.
Well, but I mean, but before I accept this, is Averin doing it or is Brig doing it? I don't know who's got a higher sleight of hand.
I feel like I should do it.
I feel like it should be Brig.
I got a 25.
Brig, you feel like it is lit, and you will have more than enough time to get out of here. You know, barring the unforeseen, of course. So presumably, Brig's gonna light the fuse. Baloth is setting off the delayed blast, and then you all are beating feet out of here.
Oh, I thought the blast was gonna take the fuse, but let's be safe. Something that rhymes with safe.
I think we're running out of time. Also, I'm getting really sick of all the rhyme.
All right, you set this in motion. Baloth, you see the beam jumps from his finger that you have seen both Baloth do and Brig do a number of times, but it streaks out into the middle of the room and it just stops and just hangs there. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's run. Let's not bother to walk. Come on, folks. We're on the clock.
Is you all turn and run down the hallway. The shaking in the debris is continuing to fall, and it actually seems like it may be getting worse. All of you give me dex saves. Let me rephrase. Hold on a second. You can keep that number on the die. Hold on.
But if I don't want to?
Oh no, keep the number on the die. You can give me athletics, acrobatics, nature, or perception to figure out how you're going to get out of here, because it's a twisting maze and your map no longer applies. But you know you got to go. So it's athletics, acrobatics, or nature, or perception.
I got a 35 athletics.
I got
35. Again, this time Havilar enters the matrix.
26
tell me.
nature.
Hang on. Tell me what it looks like, Havilar, when she is making her way out through this collapsing rubble in these caverns.
I feel like she's moving quickly, but also like kind of bouncing off the walls between the rocks. I'm not actually sure how she does a flip at some point. I'm sure.
Parkour.
She's parkouring. She's parkour.
Hey, friend, that was what for you?
22.
For which thing?
The athletics check.
Same thing. But I mean, you're Wraithvrin. So
I'm just passing through debris.
I was about to say, like every time you think you're gonna dodge, it's like a rock just hits you and just goes through you.
Every time I'm like, oh wait, what am I doing?
Yeah. And that was how much, Celise?
26.
But nature for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you tell me? What does it look like as Celise is basically using her head to get out of here?
She's using every new ranger trick she has, paladin trick she has, to make a beeline for it, and she's just kind of hopping around until she can get out of there.
Yep, you see that you can keep making out footprints and smudge marks on the walls where you guys were coming through here that is kind of guiding you backwards. Baloth, what did you get?
So I could keep that 14 that I rolled when it was the dex save and just apply it to acrobatics. Yeah, so that means it is a total of 21 on acrobatics, and I'd say that's it's all using his flying carpet. He's quite used to riding that.
You're just like basically like going along the roof, like sliding along the walls here. The half pipe, that's the full pipe, you know, on the way through. Last but certainly not least, Brig Hellclaw.
I got a 19 perception. So just I decided to just follow Havilar.
Exactly. Just do what Havilar does.
I saw what Havilar was doing, and I'm like, I'm right behind you.
You
I
definitely
perceive I should do this.
As you all are making your way through here, Wraith, parkour, half pipe, following along, thinking paladin through there is a split second where everything goes quiet, and then boom, which Luke McKay, flames come erupting down the corridor, and everything is shaking violently as the mountain is quaking with the newfound eruption of a volcano that you all have caused. Everybody give me another dex save. Even though you're doing a good job, flames and magma and debris are erupting after you.
Is this using the same stuff we used last time, or is it straight dex save?
Straight pure dex this time, because it is fire and rubble.
Natural
I got
20.
a 3.
Got
Natural
an 8.
20.
So I got a 31.
31. Mm-hmm.
12.
I disappear from sight.
In Baloth?
14.
Again, Brig, you are falling behind Havilar, but just start to move past her as you're just making your way through all of this, and you hook around a corner as flames come out and reach out and lick at all of your friends. Each of
Can
you
we-
take...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I was going to ask if we could
13.
add that Bardic inspiration thing, but not that.
Yeah, you can.
What was it? I don't understand.
What's your
Mine's
Bardic die currently?
D8.
Yep.
D8,
You can.
okay,
You absolutely can.
14, that takes me up to a 19.
Okay.
That takes me up to 18.
Okay.
15.
You know, it's like, Brig, you turn back, and just the admiration in your eyes makes Baloth and Celeste go a little faster, but still not quite enough, Havilar.
Darn it.
It's the very last second. As the wave comes through. Although you guys had made it quite a distance, so it's nowhere near as terrible as it would have been. You take 13.
Oh, Havilar, you got fire resistance, right?
I do.
Good.
there's
For
that.
the fire damage, you're only going to take 6 points. And 13 bludgeoning is just rock and junk and debris fly around and smash into you for 19 points of damage.
Ow!
However, through the heat and the smoke that fill the tunnel around you and the whole mountain is shaking, you all are easily find your way back into the Crystal Cavern intersection that you passed at the start. However, rising earth tremors shake the tunnel around you as you emerge back into the crystal-studded cavern. The smoke and steam that precede you out of the tunnel rise and cloak the ceiling, but this is only the third most pressing detail you see. The second most pressing detail is the glow coming from the cracks in the cavern floor, marking the pressure of superheated magma pushing upwards. The most pressing detail is at the mouth of the tunnel directly across from you, where a gargantuan white dragon surges forth, its wings unfurling. What have you done? What have you done? My children, Osiaf and Ophiog, the forge, the mountain, the plan. And its wings unfurl. What have you done? And we are entering combat, where I will use your previous initiative.
Okie
Okay.
doke.
Oh, no. Who wants to plane
However,
shift now.
I rolled with advantage and she rolled horrifically. So while she's very much looming in front of you, she is going to go very much dead last. So we'll start back at the top with Brig. This is the scene that you see before you. This massive dragon is between you and the exit, and everything is starting to shake and fall apart, and she seems very unconcerned.
White dragon?
Yep.
One more fire.
Significantly larger than the ones you saw before, though.
One more fireball. And as I cast fireball, I say, by the way, I forgot to mention I really need to be healed. And I hit them for 27 points of damage.
Well, what's the save?
It's 18 dex.
Okay. She got a natural 20.
Ah!
So this gargantuan creature presses herself against the floor, and the fireball just arcs over her head and just detonates on the wall behind her. And her eyes look at you and narrow, and you see freezing fog begins to roll across the ground in all directions. All of you give me a con save.
I'm good at that.
Oh man.
11.
11.
15.
21.
Oh, 11, so 13. Yeah, because we're near.
Oh, 17.
28.
All of you make the save, but you take 10 points of cold damage. Is just frost radiates off of her, and you see her lips curl back, baring her fangs at you in particular, Brig Hellclaw.
But you know what?
Mhm.
I don't see that because I'm unconscious.
Oh, that knocked you unconscious.
That knocked me out.
She rears back when Brig falls and buffets her wings out at all of you. All of you give me dex saves.
I have never rolled this bad since as a did.
Nat 20.
9. 10, 11.
16.
16. What was that,
17.
Havilar?
17.
Everybody but Celise takes 15 points of damage and is knocked prone. Celise, you just plant your feet and just like it presses you back slightly, but you stand your ground.
All right.
You pathetic worms. I will bring your corpses to the Dark Lady, and perhaps she might forgive our failures. However, it is Havilar's turn.
Oh, okay. So are we all very spread out?
I mean, I'd say you all were pretty much together as you were
Yeah.
leaving. So even though she's knocked you down and Celise is standing and you see Brig is not moving.
I'm really torn because I feel like Havilar's instinct with things is to hit it with her glaive, but I did shout about having plane shift in this book, and part of me is like, maybe we just jump to another plane, it will be safer. Because I'm down to 13 hit points. So, that is a lot of thinking ahead for Havilar, though. So I'm a little. it seems unrealistic.
Zone of safety. She thinks how you say she thinks.
Because I'm gonna die if I get hit again. I'm gonna throw the book at Baloth seems smart. I'm gonna throw it at Baloth. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna try to hit it with the glaive. Can I do that?
So you throw the book towards me?
Yeah.
I mean, we'll come back to that, but okay. You throw the book to Baloth.
Okay, okay. I can just try to do it. But
Mhm.
I think Havilar is probably remembering how badly it went when she tried to be magic-y when she's better at hitting things. So
What exactly are you about to do?
I think I'm gonna try to hit the dragon with my glaive.
Okay, then yeah, attack.
Cause I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Technically, it'll
do-
take half your movement to get up, but I'll
how
say
far
it's
away
close.
is it?
I'll say it's close enough. It's close enough for you to get up in Leroy Jenkins towards the dragon.
For better or worse. Okay, so I'm going to also go ahead and use up my Hexblade's curse.
I like where this is headed.
So
You
that
crit on a 19 or a 20. Yep.
Yep.
And you'll
Okay,
get-
so
Well, the plus damage will vary by your warlock level, but you'll crit on a 19 or a 20.
great.
I'm slightly familiar with that move. Yeah.
Might have come up once or twice.
Mhm.
Okay. There are so many things in here that I forgot about. Okay, so
You have a
the
number
first
of
one's
things.
24.
I will just say Avern's on deck, and then after that is Baloth. 24 is enough to hit her.
And then I will go ahead and do the not that. Don't roll that. I will go ahead and roll the other two. So that one is a 16.
That is not enough to hit her.
Okay, and then that one is a 33. And I would
that is
like
enough to hit her.
to use superiority die. She won't fall down. Never mind. I will just continue because I'm taking up way too much time. So that's 2, and there's +6 to both. So yeah.
Brig. Well, you get that
I'll
you
do
get
this.
you get that damage for me. Brig, give me another dex save.
Even being unconscious. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, when it hit me and knocked out, I was yeah.
I was about. Oh wait, the thing that took you down was the frost, correct? Not the wing buffet. It was the frost.
The frost, yeah.
Okay.
And since I just cast a fireball, I was like icy hot.
Never mind. The thing I was about to say will not apply if it's the frost that got you. Okay.
It was the frost.
Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
I forgot to hit the back too.
Yeah. Have at it.
Okay.
But should I make a death save?
Well, no, not yet. While you're just give me that damage when you got it, Averin. Havilar has run forth and engaged. Brig is laying unconscious on the ground.
That's not my fault. I didn't do that.
It's also becoming a pattern for me.
I turn my Averin coin into a flaming skull and I hurl it, old Disney Legend of the Sleepy Hollow style, right at the white dragon.
Have at it. Roll it.
17 probably doesn't hit.
It just bounces off of her.
And my next attack is a 30 though.
That is enough. Yeah, the first one bounces off and she turns and looks at you. Oh, losing your head. And and then the second one hits.
And I burned my crit, right? That's right.
Yeah.
You did.
Havilar.
You
But I
cashed it.
saved you.
It's true.
40.
It's true.
I
Okay.
did
40
damage.
points of damage. Perfect.
I am going to smite. So first regular
absolutely.
damage is 16. I'm turning all the damage into necrotic. So 16 plus. Oh, I gotta remove a die.
I already got the
And
16.
32
She is not 32 additional.
additional.
Okay, got that. Okay.
And it's all necrotic, and I get half of all the damage I do back to myself. Because I'm in my spirit form, and I am sucking the life force out of the white dragon.
You watch it starts to look slightly more pale, even for a white dragon, and for all the trash it's been talking, it turns and looks at you, and you see fear in its eye. Averin.
I like fear. That's nice. I like that feeling. Also make. I needed to make a wisdom saving throw of 19, or else it'll be frightened of me because I hit it.
I'm pretty sure that is gonna make it. It does make that save.
Gotcha. That's my turn.
Baloth. Hey.
Having seen this occur, Baloth looks at the dragon and says, I see the fear in your reptilian eye, and that feeling is probably wise, because I'll obliterate your icy, scaly form with a little something I call Meteor Swarm.
Man, we're not in the rhyming room anymore.
Oh, are we? Do we not have to rhyme? No,
We
Baloth
don't have
seems
to rhyme anymore.
Don't
He
tell
seems
him.
to just be doing it. He seems
Don't
to just
tell
be
him we
doing
totally
it.
do.
It's a feature, not a bug. Yes.
Does he get a bonus for doing it?
I'm going to let the meteor swarm not kill the two of you. That's going to be the bonus.
I can place it. I can place it.
Very precision meteor swarm. Mm-hmm.
So now that's my action. My bonus action that actually triggers just before that is warping into existence Marmaduke, my Hound of Ill Omen. So it basically materializes right at the feet of the dragon. That means that it will be at disadvantage on these saves, on the save versus Meteor Swarm.
Perfect. What's the save that she needs to make?
She needs to make a Dex 21 save.
Let's see. Perfect. Ooh, one of those was a 20, but she lost it on the disadvantage. However, she does make the save. She's surprisingly spry for a gargantuan dragon.
Here's a question: that luck die that I still have banked, can I give her bad luck on this save?
Only on an attack. You can force her to reroll an attack. You can't force her to reroll a save.
No worries. But she will still take half damage. So I'm gonna use this because there's so many dice.
A lot happens.
It does 84 points of fire damage, so 42 points of fire damage. It also does bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Big fan of Meteor Swarm.
That is 67 points of bludgeoning damage, so that'd be 33 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. The flames and rocks smash into her, and you see her scales break, and she's bleeding all over the place from this barrage that she's enduring. But she's very much still up.
Does Najim get attacks?
He can. Yep.
All right. He is.
And Celeste, you're up next.
So Baloth just sort of yells out as the meteor swarm goes off. It's like, Najim, relieve this reptile of its hide. I feel the need for some new suitcases.
That's not rhyming.
We're not in the room anymore. I just found out.
Right,
I might rhyme
yes.
again if the mood strikes me, but we'll see.
No, sure.
And so he gets +9. Yes, he does. He gets +9 with these attacks. So does a 19 hit?
A 19 is not enough.
Very well, but he gets 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I assume a 22 is enough?
That is enough.
There we go. And that will be... that'll be 15 points of damage from that attack.
Okay.
And last scimitar, that'll be a 28.
That is enough.
And that'll be 13 points of damage.
All right. After this, she whips her tail out like a whip, just whoosh at you, Baloth. What's your armor class?
Armor class is 19.
She hits you for 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Just
Okay. So if she hits someone other than me within 5 feet of me, how close is he to me?
So I use my reaction. That is shielded. Because I assume that would take me up to a 24 armor class.
She still would hit. She still will hit.
Okay, then I don't use the charge.
Sentinel, technically, he's more than 5 feet away from you, but she's not. So I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you.
It's the interception biting style, not Sentinel. Okay,
I'm going to give it to you.
Okay, so then it comes down to.
It was 17.
It is it's 12 points less, so 5.
5.
Okay.
Only 5. What does it look like when Havilar intercedes against this tail attack?
She like whaps her glaive into the tail and knocks it slightly off, so she hits you, but it's kind of coming down on your shoulder instead of your head.
Celeste, it is your turn.
So before I have 2 questions. One, can I use a Rebuke the Violent? Because immediately after an attacker within 30 feet deals damage with an attack against a creature other than you, you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. On failure, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt.
Yep.
And hit Baloth, so you got to make a save of 16 or higher.
I don't think she is going to make that. She does not make it, so she's going to take radiant damage as you see an explosion kind of over her brow.
And then my other question is, can I use Hail of Thorns and attack with my longbow at the same time?
I'm not familiar with what Hail of Thorns is, so let me look real quick. Is it a spell?
It is a spell. Otherwise, I would take 2 attacks. Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon, attack before the spell ends. The spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammo. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet must make a dex saving throw. A creature takes 1d piercing damage on failed save, or half as much damage on successful by casting at 4th level. It's 40-10.
Yes, you can. Yeah, because this is a bonus action, and it says the next time you hit. It is not. It's not like Green Flame Blade, where it's a part of the attack action. So yes, you could cast this and still attack twice, although it's only going to affect the first time you hit.
Okay, so I'm doing 2 attacks. Hopefully my metal dice don't fail me. Oh, 1 is a crit.
Ooh,
it's a nat 20, so that's 32. And the other is only a 20.
The second one does hit her, but the big damage is going to be on the first one. So
Okay.
give me, and then your hail of thorns is doubled on the crit as well.
Okay, so let me do the crit. So
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be 2d8 plus 12. So that's 22 on the crit before I add Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And then the other one you said does hit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the other one is just 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And Hail of Thorns, where are you? I may just roll that one.
Mm-hmm.
Hail of Thorns is 40-10.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 22 additional damage.
You see she is cracked and bleeding, and like her white scales are already turning red with her own blood that is all over her. Anything else from Celise?
Nope, just kind of being on guard. And Fenris is going to hold his action.
She rears back and says, "Insects, upstarts, you forget your place. Freeze!" And blows her ice breath out at all of you. Need con saves from everybody.
If you're close enough, get that +2.
That is with the +2. That is a 26.
25.
Hold on 1 second. Brig,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 50-50 if you're within range of this one, whether or not the ice goes over you or if it catches you and gives you a failed death save.
Okay.
I'll let you decide. Do you want odd or even, or do you want 1 to 10 or 11 to 20?
I was gonna quote Wesley Snipes, but that wouldn't apply here. We'll do low numbers.
Low
numbers.
You want low numbers are good or low numbers are bad?
Low numbers are good. Low numbers are good.
Low numbers are good. I rolled a 3, so she does not catch you in the ice breath. All right, so con save, Avren.
Oh, I failed. Yeah. Oh, big time.
Balor.
With that +2, 26.
Okay, Celise
25.
and Havilar.
18.
Havilar and Avren both fail and take
I would like
7.
to use. Sorry, I was gonna. What is it? I was gonna use my Indomitable. I realized I had one more, and just reroll.
Yeah, do it because that's relevant. Very relevant.
You better be better. It's worse. Never mind.
72 points of cold damage.
Oh.
Guess who's death warded?
You see, well, tell me, what does it look like when Havilar falls and stands back up again?
It is an Avren death ward, so
You tell me then, Avren. What's the Avren death ward look
Tell
like
me.
as she hits the ground?
I imagine like just this breath of ice like just erodes all of her flesh and organs and everything, and she's just a skeleton and crumbles to the ground, and then just a bunch of mist swirls around Havilar and just kind of reassembles all of her bones, and blood reforms and muscle, and Havilar is back up.
With 1 hit point, Havilar. And for a split second there, when you were in between, you saw it. There's a castle, and in the sky, there is what you thought was a swirling green mist, but it's not a mist. Those are souls. Hundreds, thousands, millions swirling around this black castle and being drawn down into them, and then you're back awake again, Havilar.
I don't want that dream again. That was bad. Avery, thank you, but I don't like the dreams.
Sorry about the dream. Wait. What?
Bela and Celise, you each take 36 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Even though we
low.
passed it? Jesus.
Oh yeah, half damage on the save. Yeah.
Getting low.
Can I do a bonus action to heal myself? Jesus
It's
Christ.
not your turn, not yet. No.
Mm.
Can I react?
And
to
all
myself?
of you
Jesus.
see, she breathes this out and looks at you, and her lips curl back, and she sharply inhales, and you realize she can do it again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because I rolled and she recharged her breath weapon. However,
Okay.
that is going to be it for her turn, though. That is all she does. But she very much laughs and looks at you, Havilar, and she just says, like, aren't you a tasty one? I think I might save you for last.
I taste terrible.
But that brings us back around to the top with Brig Hellclaw. I need you to give me a death save.
Here we go. 5.
Oh.
Brig, as you feel life slipping away from you, off in the distance, you see what looks like the sun just cresting the horizon. Is it rising? Is it setting? Who can say? But it looks really nice. It just feels warm and inviting. Brig, maybe it's not such a bad place to retire after all.
Yeah. Let's start going towards the light.
Havilar, you are badly injured.
Very badly injured.
But up, and you see that she is looking around, and you are aware of the fact that she is absolutely going to do this again the moment that she can.
Okay.
But it is your turn.
It's my turn? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did I throw the book, or did I not do that? I don't remember.
I will say you held on to the book because he can't attune to it. So, I mean,
okay. I don't think Havilar would know that, but that's okay.
Right.
Then
it's almost like the book doesn't want to leave you.
These bad things are gonna happen because I keep using this, aren't they? In that case, because
you just gotta cut your finger on the edge of the page. There's a little blood on, there's a little schmutz there.
I can't take one more hit point. Shush, book.
In that case, I think I would like to use my bonus action to Misty Step back to where everybody else is.
Well, Erin is up there with you, but everybody else is a little far back. Yeah.
Oh, because
Erin attacked at range too, didn't he?
A little bit of range, yeah.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah. No, you were the only one that was actively engaged in melee.
Then my answer is I Misty Step back to where everybody else is standing, and I pull out the book and I go, plane shift, where are we going? And I try to get everybody to hold my hands and cast plane shift. I don't know where she would go, but I don't think she wants to be here.
You all see everything begins to distort, and you feel time and space begin to extend as you see the dragon just roars in anger, and you all start to see this shadowy place with this black castle surrounded by souls, and you all hear, oh no, you cannot come here. You cannot disrupt my plans, destroy my forge, kill my followers, and escape so easily. And you see 5 pairs of glowing red eyes, and you are pushed back into this cavern.
Dang it.
Okay.
Well, that was an excellent use of my magic item.
But you all saw it.
Okay.
However, that was action and bonus action. Anything else from Havilar?
Nope, that's what I got.
It's, when you look at the book, you notice the cover of it is covered in ice now, but it is like sizzling. Like it was exposed to both extreme cold and extreme heat at the same time, but it doesn't hurt you to touch it. It's just like crackling and sizzling. Like almost like 2 very different powers are absolutely butting heads over this book.
I'm out of ideas.
Erin, it is your turn. This thing is grievously wounded. All of you can see it is bleeding and hurt. Scales have broken. I mean, you can see you all are hurting it badly, but it almost seems gleeful knowing it is going to kill you all.
Is
momentarily.
it flying around and all that?
Oh, it's
or
still on the ground. No, it never
It's
took
still on
off.
the ground?
It just,
Don't give it ideas.
Yeah.
So when you say grievous, not to get meta, but like how grievous are we talking about?
Are we talking generally grievous? General grievous?
Yeah. Give me a perception check, Avon. I'll give it to you to
Are
free
we
action.
talking 150 or lower grievous, or 100 lower than grievous?
As one does, you know, it's a 5 out of 8. You know, give me perception, Avon.
That would be 24, 25, 26.
I think one thing Avon understands is death. And this thing is at less than a third of its power. I mean, it's still incredibly dangerous, but you all have harmed it a lot.
I don't even quite remember your name, but just die. And I cast Power Word Kill. If it has 100 hit points or lower, it just dies. That's it. There's no other damage.
Let me read something here. And
I want,
Let me-
like, Muad'Dib, my name is a killing word.
Let me
This is going to crack its bones. With
I gotta say,
my
I
word.
like a game when you got meteor swarms and power word kills flying around.
Avon.
I say Avern, in fact. That's how Eric and I am.
That's your power word kill, Avon.
Avern.
Why are you talking to yourself?
You see it opens its mouth like it's trying to summon the frost again, and it's not and crashes to the ground.
Sorry, that didn't rhyme.
However,
Hey, I killed everybody. Look, I won.
Nice
With-
going.
with a strangled cry, the great dragon crashes to the ground, the steam filling the cavern, wrapping around it like a shroud. But even as lava licks at the dragon's corpse, that shroud tightens. The necrotic steam begins to swirl, drawing in from across the cavern like a cyclone in reverse as it feeds on the dragon's fading life. Then, as fire and necrotic energy scours the creature's flesh, her eyes blink open as blazing yellow orbs.
Oh,
Another
no.
chance to serve the Dragon Queen. The newly created Draco Lich hisses as it rises to its feet.
Oh no.
Another chance
This is
to
not my fault.
destroy you all. I do feel like everybody gives Avon the slow look.
Not my
They
fault
saw what
this time.
happened. They saw what happened with Havilar.
Even Brig has a moment of consciousness and he just looks up and he's like,
However, Baloth, you see this thing pulling itself back up again, broken and leaning, in bits of bone and meat are showing out of it as flesh is sloughing off of its bones, but it just looks around at all of you with those yellow eyes.
Baloth says, "Yeah, but how about not?" and points at it and casts banishment. We still got Marmaduke there, so it'll be at disadvantage on this save. This might give us a chance to get into position and just all jump on it.
Baloth, you see it begins to shimmer like it's vanishing, like it is being drawn back, and it just says, no, no, no. As you see pure primal magic radiating off of it, resisting you and refusing to go, just clawing itself forward.
Okay. Najim is going to hit it with his whirlwind.
Okay. What does that entail?
That will basically be. Let me just see. It might be better to just hit it with the scimitar, but he's got to use some of his powers sometimes. So DC 18 strength save.
It does make it.
It is at disadvantage because Marmaduke is still within.
True. It does not make it.
Okay, so it is currently restrained.
It is going to use another legendary action as it starts to swirl around in the wind and just shakes it off and extends its like dead and broken wings and blasts Najim off of it.
All right. And then my final thing is, since we're allowing this, bonus action. I'm drinking a potion.
Bonus action potion.
All right. To maybe survive. Let's see. Okay. So that'll be 8d4 plus 8.
It looks behind it at the cave that you all need to go down, and it just raises a claw, and you see ice comes up from the ground and from the ceiling and just seals off your escape route. And it just slowly looks back and says, "A fitting tomb, I think." Celise, it is your turn.
All right. I'm just going to go in with Searing Smite and my longsword.
Okay.
So if I hit it, we can get some smite action.
Mm-hmm. It is undead now.
Oh, my dice both love and hate me. Hopefully these both hit. One is a 27, one is a 24.
Those are both enough to hit. However,
Ooh.
when you smite it, the holy light erupts exactly like you would expect. But when the flames erupt, it does not burn. So give me your smite damage, but not the searing smite damage.
Oh, scheisse. All right.
The flames lick at it, but it just seems the rotting flesh is unaffected.
Oh, boo. I'm trying to remember what to roll for just a smite because I haven't used just a plain smite in forever.
It's going to be a base of 3d8 because it's undead, plus another d8 for each level of spell you use, up to a max of 6d8.
Well, that's 6d8 because I did it at 4th level.
I've done that a couple of times.
Look, I'm just glad I keep dice all over my desk.
All of you give me dex saves.
Oh.
Even if I'm unconscious?
I got a 1.
I'm going to say
I could roll over in my sleep.
21.
This
3.
The ground underneath, give me the damage when you got it, but the ground underneath all of you begins to crack and rumble and lava starts pouring out. Unfortunately, Brig, it does hit you and gives you a failed death save. As you see lava cracks and boils, and then all of you give me dex saves.
Wait,
I'm
flying right now.
I'm also flying.
Yeah, anybody who's off the ground is safe from this.
If I'm stabbing the dragon, does that count as being off the ground?
It does not. So but give me this damage first. Let's resolve that first.
32, 9 of which is just regular longsword damage. The rest is smite damage.
All right. Is that for both attacks or just the one?
Oh shoot! That was only for one.
Yeah, no. You can give me the next one. You can smite again too. So that's all fine.
All right. So
Havilar, what was that? What was that dex save?
13.
Havilar, that is not enough. Were you still at 1 hit point?
Yep.
You all see Havilar is overtaken by the heat and vapors of this lava flow and collapses. There is 9 points of damage.
Oh no. Havilar's got the vapors. She's got the vapors.
Havilar's literally got the vapors. Yes, literally.
35 damage.
Another 35. Perfect.
Yes. Can I use a bonus action to take a potion if I have one?
Your bonus action was the Searing Smite. It just didn't work.
Dagnabbit. All right then.
Yep. But you're all up there. You're all up there in his face though.
Great.
Perfect. That comes back around to Brig Hellclaw.
The last one. This is it. This is my third death save. I'm going to be honest. All right, I got an 18.
Brig, you feel the warmth of the light as you're going towards it. You start humming a little song in your head about what happened and, you know, what it's like to die. But you feel the horizon just get slightly further away as you continue trying to go towards the light.
I'm starting to have my doubts about that light. Maybe there's something behind me. Maybe there's more for me to do. We'll see.
Wait a second.
Havilar.
Havilar. Death saves.
Okay. $18.
Havilar, in front of you, you see that castle again.
Mm-hmm.
You see those souls. But standing all around you, looking at you, are people Havilar recognizes.
Huh.
Friends, foes, enemies, allies, people she's just lost along the way are all starting to appear and are looking at her and just holding hands out.
Well, I'm not holding your hand or your hand. But there's surely people I like. I'll reach for someone I like.
Is there anybody that Havilar would be happy to see in the next world?
Wait, people who are dead? That's a good question. Yes. She had there was this ghost that I was in trapped in a soul gem with for a little while. She was cool. She's like my great aunt or something. I don't know, I didn't count, but yeah. I'll reach out for her. Alyona.
You see a familiar, welcoming face as she does smile and just holds her hand out, offering you to take it.
Fine. Maybe I don't want to do that because I don't want to die either. So it's gonna be like
as Havilar weighs this in her mind. It's the dragon's turn. Avren. Oh, y'all. Okay, wait. Oh no, but Celise is right there in front of it. Okay, hang on a second. Here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna let fate decide again. I have a system in my mind here. I'm gonna roll a d6. On a 1 or a 2, she goes after Avren. On a 3 or a 4, she goes after Baloth. On a 5 or a 6, she goes after Celise. Because you guys are too spread out for her to use the breath weapon.
How much damage can I soak with Brig's body?
That is a 5. She comes for Celise Astorio. Celise, you feel again as it looks at you, these waves of malice just come rolling off of it, and you're aware that it is trying to scare you, but you're also aware that however frightful its presence is, Celise Astorio does not feel fear. However, she might feel pain. What is your AC?
22.
She is coming at you with 2 claws and a bite.
Even though I'm on top of her?
Because you're on top of her, she's coming at you with 2 claws and a bite. She is going to miss with both claws, but she is going to land with the bite. That will do 18 points of piercing damage and 5 cold damage as frost comes down her fangs.
And Celise's limp body hits the ground because that has got me very negative. That has got me 7 negative.
She hurls Celise back over into a pile with Brig and Havilar. You see, Mother, you see my power, what I have done. I will break these other two, and then we rule everything. Avren,
Yeah. What's up?
you watch your friend's limp body collapse to the ground, and this Draco Lich is monologuing in front of you. What would you like to do?
So how hurt does it look?
Give me another perception check.
Oh, I gotta put more points in this. Oh, it's a natural 20. It's for 26.
You realize your previous tactic won't quite work yet.
I'm not using that tactic. I'm using one that's a little bit more far afield.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with a natural 20, you realize two things. This form is not as physically powerful as its other form. It is mystically far more powerful, but physically it is actually not as durable as it was before. And you realize it is at about half power. It's difficult to tell how hurt it is because it was full of holes and broken bits to begin with. But you feel, especially on a natural 20, it's at about half power.
I cast Power Word Stun. If it is less than 150 hit points, it is stunned, and then starts having to make con saves at the end of its turn. And the Power Word Stun is Havilar.
Aw.
Avren, I'm gonna give you 50-50 on something.
I do have a coin.
You know what? You got the Avren coin?
Yeah.
Can you flip it without breaking your desk?
They are a little heavy. All right. So, God of Trickery.
Wait, show the people here. Show the people what we're doing here.
Yeah, we got one. It's Avren on both sides, but let's go with Avren, God of Trickery. Bad. Avren, you have worth. Smiley Avren, good.
You have worth is good. God of Trickery is bad. Let's see.
Oh, bad. God of Trickery.
It has 158 hit points.
Ah!
Power Word Stun does not affect it. You slam into it, but it seems unaffected. Anything else, Avren?
That's it.
If it had gone your way, I was gonna give you an 8 hit point mulligan. I was gonna do it, but it wasn't quite it.
I don't got it. Yeah, I just got to take my dread form again and gain some extra temporary hit points. Oh, I can't. They don't stack. Oh, nope.
Would you like to move in such a way that she cannot hit you and Baloth with the cold breath?
I would.
I was like, you could go straight up. You could go toward. It's a cone. So as long as you're in different directions, she can't nail you.
Yeah,
both.
I'm going straight up into the air.
Perfect. Baloth.
Okay, so first, Najim is going to unleash his scimitar attacks on her. And he gets a +9, so that's a 23.
That is enough.
Swords.
That 28, obviously.
That is enough.
And a 21.
That is also enough.
Okay, all right, I'm going to roll all that damage together. So that will be... That'll be combining it all 66 plus 15. 15, 22 plus 50, 37.
37 total?
37 total from Najim.
You see Najim flies in and starts just carving chunks off of this thing.
And then Baloth is going, let's see, bonus action, the last of the Kiatem's ointment. The last of his first aid supplies. To hopefully survive what's coming next. And for his action, he's going to cast Disintegrate at 8th level.
All
So-
right. Is that an attack from you or a save from
That
me?
is a save from it. It will be at disadvantage because of Marmaduke. So that is, I believe, I want to say it's Dex. Maybe it's Con. Hold on.
I think it's Dex.
It's Dex. I know a lot.
It is
I-
Dex.
It's Dex. It's
Yes.
Dex. Mhm.
Disintegrate. Yes. Okay. So Disintegrate. That is a 21 Dex.
I rolled awfully.
Okay.
So,
So-
you have a shot at this, Baloth.
All right.
Otherwise, it is going to rip up both of you on the next turn.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. That's a lot of dice. Let's see if they did any good. 107 points of damage.
Baloth,
Yes.
describe what it looks like to me when you wipe this thing out of existence.
Yeah, Baloth, I think, is going to return to rhyme and just say, as dragons go, you're not so great. Chew on this, disintegrate! Traditional green beam fires out from his fingers. It strikes the dragon square between the eyes. The skull just disintegrates and falls in on itself, and it's like a cigarette being burned down. Like, just the skull disappears, and then the neck just sort of all crumbles into dust until it actually leaves the feet. The 4 feet are still standing there. It can be used for umbrella stands or something later.
I will also give you that the beam hurtles past and punches a hole in the ice that had blocked your passage, making it possible for you all to escape as the building and cavern begins to rumble and collapse all around you. You do not have much time before this will be uninhabitable.
Somebody carry me.
Yeah, I'll swoop down. I'll get Najim, actually. It's like, Najim, if you would, Mr. Hellclaw, throw him on the carpet. And, Havilar too, I guess. And let's get out of here.
Celise
And
is
wait,
also.
Celise. And Celise,
Yep, so this-
pile everyone on the carpet. Let's go.
you have
I'm
stacked
floating
them up.
behind you in a wraith form, just.
Yeah, actually, the carpet probably would. So Najim will just carry Brig probably, and Celise and Havilar or Lighter can go on the carpet, and let's get
And
the
the
heck out of here.
And Fenris is just kind of like sitting next to Sleece, kind of like, oh no, what happened?
Eh.
I would heal you,
good.
but I've used all of my potions and ointment.
As you all come flying back out of the tunnel that you went into, it is a full Return of the Jedi as the magic carpet comes flying out as flames erupt, and over the top of it you see the mountain erupting and lava begins pouring down the sides here as you all have accomplished your objective.
Yay!
And as you come running out, you see a very familiar face running at you from the other direction of a little halfling with bright red hair with green streaks through it.
Hey.
Baloth, but what? Avern, are you dead? Celise, Havilar, Brick, and he just holds his hands out in
Be cool.
mass healing words, you all, which for not much, for a 5, I rolled so terribly. 5 points of damage, but enough to wake you all up again. And he looks at you and he says, I'm gathering everybody. It's time for the final offensive. You guys got it done, and the other team did too. But it's time for us we got to get up the mountain. She's here now. We got Tiamat pinned down. Can you guys make it?
I don't know if I'm in any shape to be fighting Tiamat. I've exhausted almost anything that I.
Yeah, we're fine. Everyone died.
We're
and I'll
all
just-
exhausted. No, I believe
make
no.
you
You're
undead.
Bailoff the Entertainer. You're the Slayer of Hallister Blackcloak. Also,
That's right.
hi, Brig.
Oh, yes.
Freely. Hi, big fan. Heard a lot
Hey.
about you. Yeah.
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 I've heard a lot about
We
you
got-
too. I think I
yeah,
wrote
we
a
got a lot
song
of
about
friends.
you once.
Yeah. Yeah, that was your song, man. Again, now that was a bob. It's no Brimstone Angels go go go. That is true. That is true.
Oh,
But
question.
Can't all be number ones.
Did we get that dragon's name? Because I want to add that to the Slayer of Hallister Blackcloak, and that dragon, whatever its name was.
Technically, I killed it first, though, so you know.
Well,
not to
you
be
killed a
petty.
dragon. I killed a Dracolich. All right.
Well, then I'll just
That-
resurrect it as an undead Dracolich, and then I'll get the last kill.
Oh yeah, you know what you can resurrect
Oh
it
my
as?
God.
4 umbrella holders. 4 umbrella holders.
no,
That's what it can be
It's
resurrected.
I feel like you guys are sort of like missing the thread here of what we're
Oh
trying
right,
to do.
Tiamat. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That dragon's name was Uvris. Uvrys. Uvris.
Ooh.
And he says, "Hey, I know you guys are tired. It's been a long day running around this mountain gathering up heroes. But maybe we can get a little more healing going. But we just gotta go, even if we just give her more targets. This is like our only chance. If we don't stop her now, everyone everywhere is doomed."
No time for a little lie down. No.
Yeah,
A little
is
lie
there-
down. a little-
No. And at that exact second, you all hear a roar that you feel as much as you see.
Oh no.
And up out of the crater of the volcano, shooting into the sky, you see a plume of fire, a plume of ice, a plume of lightning, a plume of poison, all just as Tiamat is howling in rage. And Freely just looks up and then looks at you guys and says, "Yeah, I think we're out of time. So we got some heroing to do. Yeah, that's for old time's sake."
It's gonna be fine. Freely and I have survived stuff like this like 8 billion times. It's going to be totally.
Yeah. No,
it's gonna be fine.
Look, please.
No, we've been through this like a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Do we have time to pop by the Black Pits and pick up the Tarrasque by any chance? Is that
About the Tarrasque.
yes. What?
So,
What about the Tarrasque?
we might have kind of borrowed it.
Borrowed?
But if it makes you feel better, we saved the world with that too. Yeah. So, hey, no, this is fine. This is gonna be okay. We got this. I believe in you guys. We can do this. Come on, let's go.
I don't think we have a choice.
And you see he turns and starts running up the mountain as you can hear battle is beginning. And with you all having completed your mission to inhibit the Cult of the Dragon in Tiamat's resurrection, although you are beaten and bruised and without resources as you go to face the Mother of Dragons, you are victorious.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
You're all welcome.
Victorious.
You just take a like a circuitous route on the carpet, and we'll just take a nap and get a short rest in on the way to the top.
I don't know how taking on Tiamat with some 3rd and 4th level spell slots is really gonna do.
There's no time. No, she's awake now. Like, we gotta do it now. Like, if we
Okay.
Got
keep
Vampiric
it-
touch. We
let's
just
go.
find some
Fine.
heroes that aren't doing so well, and I just drain the life out of them. It'll be fine.
Wait,
I think Averin has to walk on the other side of the group.
What? That's not
Like,
fair. I
you
death
walk
warded
ahead.
you. Look, you death
Don't
warded. I
you
death
just-
warded you.
Threatened to vampiric touch all of us.
No, not you. Other heroes. Not heroes I know. Just people we don't know.
Anonymous heroes?
Yeah, like they weren't going to really make it anyways. They didn't really meet Freely. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know.
yeah. Oh, that reminds me. And he stops and he looks at you, Havilar, and he's like, "Wait, I gotta rally everybody because I don't know if everybody knows that like the offensive is on now. Farida's here on the mountain too, right? Like, I mean, when we were in the briefing, they were like, oh, you don't know? Yeah, she showed up
No, I
late.
don't know.
Well, yeah, no, but she very much wanted to like come with you and doing the thing, but we were like, no, like we have to separate the Brimstone Angels. You know what I mean? It's the same way Erin and I couldn't go because like that's not a thing, right? So, but we're all gonna come back together. Hopefully, probably, I can find her in time. But I gotta go. I'm gonna send help. Everything's gonna be fine. And you see he vanishes.
Oh my
Wait,
god!
what?
Really need to
Where's
stop
the Trask?
talking.
Look, you heard the halfling. We've got to fight Tiamat. I don't like it any more than you do, but that seems to be what's the order of the day.
I'm taking that first. Celise is just laying on the carpet, like under like how much a dire wolf weighs. Kind of like no one touched me right now.
As you all are making your way up this mountain, partially taking turns on the carpet, beaten and bruised and bloody, you come around a corner and you see her sitting on the rock. The Dark Lady's there again with the flower. And she looks irritated. And she's like, what am I supposed to do with you?
Leave us alone and go home?
I hear Avernus is very nice this time of year.
I believe you all are the ones who have come to actively antagonize me. All I have ever wanted is to bring peace. I just want life to be interesting. My brother Bahamut wants everything to be so orderly and normal. My brother Null just wants the end of all things and there to be nothing but death and destruction. At least I want everyone to just enjoy existence. And all I ask in return is that everyone, everywhere, worship and idolize me. Is that too much to ask?
Yes.
I was there at the dawn of creation. Do you know that? They don't tell you that my brother and I rent all of creation asunder and into being. Nothing would exist without me. And still, everyone is, oh, Tiamat's so terrible.
Wait, you're related to Bahamut? Wait, are you Tiamat?
Averin.
I don't think she likes it when you do that.
Killed.
Averin is cocky, Todd is terrified.
Averin, I would mind your tongue because I am aware of the location of a certain grove that is very important to you. And when she says that, you see for the first time her eyes turn into the vertical slits of reptile eyes. Look, clearly we're not going to arrive at a deal. You all look awful. Of course I could crush you outright, but there'd be no glory in it. So rally your friends. They think I don't know what you're trying to do. That's fine. I will eradicate all of you so that the bards, maybe you, Brig, maybe you, will sing the glorious tale of my victory. That even on the eve of my ascension, these pitiful outclassed heroes dared to throw themselves against me, despite my repeated attempts at mercy. So, the next time we meet, it will be your doom. Oh, Celise, if you bring the dog, I will kill it first. And she disappears.
I don't think you should bring the dog.
And I just pet Fenris. He's a direwolf. He can take care of himself. Besides, if she kills my dog, I kill her. There's a tale of someone named Wick.
the ancestral barbarian rogue. Yes.
Yes.
In here, beaten, bloody, and depleted.
5 hit points.
On the eve of
Three of
the
us.
greatest
Three of
battle
us have 5 hit points.
Oh my
of
god.
any of your lives is a good place for us to stop. But spoiler alert, these 5 will return to face the Mother of Dragons if the members of Group 2 are successful, because otherwise this may become academic if you cannot stop Tiamat in time.
We still get paid for 4 shows, though, right?
Sure. Yeah.
No matter what, that's in the contract. It's like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, we're dark on episode 7. It's like, spoiler alert, Tiamat wins. That's gonna be the episode. It's just me spending 3 hours in great detail as she goes from Waterdeep to Neverwinter, to Baldur's Gate, you know, all the way up to Sigil, telling the Lady of Pain that she gave Averin a chance, and he said specifically that Lady of Pain is stupid, and, you know, going on, so on and so forth. So, before we wrap this up and I tell everybody who won our drawings, let's go around the horn here and tell everybody who you wonderful people are. I'm gonna go in the reverse order this time. I'm not gonna go in the reverse order because Tanya always lands right in the middle. I'm gonna start with Tanya and hook it to the left. So, Tanya, who you are, who you were, and where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Tanya, Cypher Tier. You can find me Thursday with B Dave and Mark on Black Dice Society. I am a Drow Dhampir Blood Hunter over there with a little bit of the Beastener. Yes, that's us. Sundays, Rebels of Waterdeep. We just had our 5th episode of season 11, and we'll be doing our season finale at PAX Unplugged. So if you're coming to PAX Unplugged, we'll see you there. And tomorrow is my 4-year partner anniversary, so I'm getting up early and celebrating 4 years of being a partner on Twitch. And I get to, yeah. And then last but not least, I get to hang out with B Dave in person finally at San Diego Comic-Con, where we do a live episode of Into the Motherlands.
That is true. That is true. That's the day after Thanksgiving. We'll be raising a cup. Excellent. Mark?
Hello, I'm Mark Meer. I do the voices in the video games. And you can also see me playing RPGs. As mentioned, I can be seen on the Black Dice Society every Thursday on the official Dungeons & Dragons Twitch and YouTube. You can also hear me on Stitch of Fate, a podcast by night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade actual play podcast. You can find that wherever you find your podcasts. I'm available on Cameo for all your Mass Effect catchphrase-related needs. And I should mention that you can also get a Streamily autograph because N7 Day is coming up, November 7th, which is a big Mass Effect celebration. So myself and a number of the cast are all going to be doing Streamily signings. So you can watch my live Streamily signing on my Instagram.
Excellent. JCM, I'm going to come to you last because you're about to make some magic. I see it. I see it in your eyes. Erin?
I'm Erin M. Evans. You can follow me on Twitter at Erin M. Evans. I've been playing Havilar. You can read more about Havilar in the Brimstone Angels Saga books, which are available. The print is out of print, but you can still get them as ebooks and audiobooks. You can also watch me on Wednesdays on twitch.tv/CNE Games at 11 a.m. with B Dave and Trevor Bettis for Champions of Lore. And then in the evening at 6:30 on twitch.tv/Dungeon Scrawlers, where I play Cecilia, who's definitely not a warlock, but if she was a warlock, she'd be better at it than Havilar. For Dungeon Scrawlers, an actual play show set in the Forgotten Realms with a bunch of other fantasy writers. And for Dungeon Scrawlers, on Saturday, we are participating in Extra Life's Day of Gaming. So you can come by for 24 hours. We're playing D&D. We'll have lots of good Idle Champions chess codes, gold and electrum, and some cool dice giveaways. And I don't remember what else. But our Extra Life team page will be pinned on my Twitter after this. So come and check it out. We have lots of cool incentives. And it's good to help kids at Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Todd?
I'm Todd Kenreck. I'm married to Megan Kenreck, who plays Whittle, who summoned the Trask away from Bailoff. So you're welcome.
And was also Sophia's, who is a tree, who, you know, is not to be harmed.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. You're at a throuple with one other person. I don't know how that works, but here we are.
Whittle is definitely the perfect wizard, and I am also very lucky that we got married, Megan Kenreck and I, on Halloween 6 years ago, and we celebrated that yesterday. And she's the love of my life, and I am very thankful that I get to play D&D with her and share my entire life with her. So that's who I am.
I promise when the turns are tabled that if ever I'm running a game with Whittle, it will probably go better for her than it did for Averin, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. In the fullness of time. We'll see. Also, yesterday was Mark's wedding anniversary also.
That's right.
So shout out to you there, good sir.
Yes. Right. Yeah, we had our 20th wedding anniversary in New Orleans, which is a very good place to spend Halloween.
That is true. I keep thinking back to the crow. That's why I couldn't do it. Me, B. Dave Walters. He's winding up. I know. B. Dave Walters.
I'm live.
You can find me all over the place. Don't even try and keep up with it. At B. Dave Walters on the tweetagrams. Big announcement coming in like 2-ish weeks. You'll know the thing I've been vague booking about. Join us next week for another group of heroes that I don't think has been announced yet, so I'm not going to mess it up. But let me tell you real quick who our winners are. The Adult Black Dragon was for Aquafel 7, and the Founders Pack 4 and 2 theme packs are for Glow Player 7. Polymorph Havilar is available now in the game shop. She's adorable. It is a Cobalt version of Havilar. You have until noon Pacific tomorrow, which I actively campaigned to get extended, or you guys weren't going to have a shot at it at all. So you got to get your Polymorph Cobalt Havilar. Got to get her tonight, because by noon tomorrow, she'll be gone. Puff the Myconid Familiar is coming to Idle Champions on Wednesday, so you can put him in a formation with Mr. Bela. We will see you next Monday at 4 for the start of Party 2's adventure. Stay tuned to the socials to find out who Party 2 is. Idle Champions presents the Trials of Mount Tiamat, Episode 4, The Forest of Dragons, as they race along in parallel with this intrepid group of adventurers. Let's see if they manage to achieve their goal in time. Voting for Episode 4 is live now. I'm gonna turn us over, and I think we're gonna raid JCM when we're done here. So don't just jump off. Yeah, don't just jump off. You're gonna hear some more music, but I'm gonna turn it over to him to melt our faces.
Hey, I'm Jason Charles Miller, and you can find me right back here on this channel tomorrow for Bardic Inspiration, where we write a song. Dylan Wilkes and I write a song every week with the audience, and we write a song about a different character from Idle Champions and Dungeons and Dragons. So you got to come check that out. But right now is time for my show, Miller's Music Mondays, which I'm already live. So I'm gonna jump off of here, jump over there, and thanks for tuning in. And you can find it.
Twitch.tv/.
Right, Jason Charles Miller. Here it is, right here, with my new animated Roadhouse. All right.
Well, there it is. We're gonna make the jump now. So we will see you all back here next Monday at 4 Pacific for the rest of the Trials of Mount Tiamat. Thank you all so much, and thank you all, brave heroes. I know that was not easy. All right, take it away.
Totally fine.